I don't know why it is. I have tried turning this television on 100 times this morning.
What? No.
And then you walk in and just give it the old Fonzie fist bump, and it turns on. It's because I'm old, and they know I have issues with technology. What is your issue?
This right here.
What's happening? Why can't I hear anything?
Because he plugged your headphones into my jack.
Well, put them in somewhere else. I can't. There we are. I have no control over anything. This is basically all I was doing yesterday. Is I just took my cord and put it over there. That's exactly what this is.
Except now you have an extension.
I'm so sick of this building. You know what? I will tell you.
It's everything broken and everything's like my area duct taped together.
I cannot stand walking into this building. A, touching all the door handles. B, at 4:30, someone's pooping in the bathroom when I go in there.
Yeah. And you were trying to go poop.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to pee, but it annoyed me because it's too early. The bathroom is too small, and it's too early to be next to someone doing that.
Yeah.
And then when I go to wash my hands because someone's there, so I got to wash my hands.
But I've walked in there while you're pooping.
Yeah, but that's me. I don't get annoyed. I don't get annoyed with me.
Pooping.
And I cannot stand businesses that have just hand pump soap right on the sink. I think it looks ridiculous. I do not want to. Nobody should come into this building.
Yeah, it's not a huge.
Go on, I'm listening. You're sick.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for your sick brain to catch up. Which, by the way, I'm getting a cold now. So thanks for all of this. It's a Jake and Tanner show.
Building.
It's a Jake and Tanner show. Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake. I'm Tanner.
I have so much to get to. Now, do you want me to show you the picture first?
Depends. Is it your skeet picture that you sent me this morning?
No.
Jake sent me a picture of his skeet this morning.
No, I didn't. I sent a picture of the monks of New Skeet. The monks that I'm
weird skeet.
No, I'm dog training with them right now. I just want you to be a part of the group. We to dog train though. You have to wear that
weird robe.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard
it gets cold outside.
I heard another story. Have you heard about the dog trainers that take your dog for like a couple of weeks?
Yeah, dogs and the monks of New Skeet will do that too for 2.5 weeks if you want to.
Now I had heard
hunting dogs do that too.
I have heard only bad things about that. Not bad like they beat your dog, but bad like you send them there, you give them your $400.
And then they don't come, and they only listen to them.
Well, they come back, and sure, they can do tricks, but they're still the same. Like, you sent him there because he's chewing on all the furniture. Or I can't leave him outside of the kennel during the day because he poops and chews everything. And then you get, like my mom did it, and yeah, the dog can sit, shake, and do a figure eight in between your legs, but she still runs.
Yeah, see, I don't want my dog to do any of those.
I don't care.
I don't care about tricks.
Yeah,
I want the dog to listen to me.
Yeah, that's what I want. I do like teaching them how to high five.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I like. It's basically just shake, except instead of saying shake, you say high five.
I'm glad you explained that.
Just saying,
like it was
just
that advance of a trick.
No, it is. It took me 5 minutes, and now Gustav likes to high five. I'm sick, and I have reached a new point in my life where I've taken NyQuil, and I get drunk off of it now.
Next, it's Whippets.
Yeah, pretty much. Except I do Whippets now, except I don't. I turn the can upside down, so I get all of the whipped cream and none of the fun aerosol. That's my drug fat.
We are live on TV. All you got to do is text TV to 71090 and you can watch us live in the studio.
If I were to wake up right now in my bed, it wouldn't surprise me. I feel like I'm dreaming.
Don't do that right now.
I feel like I'm a spectator to my life. As I was walking inside of this building, I was like, I don't even think I'm controlling my legs right now.
Did at one point, were you laying in bed and you go, I might just call in? Did you think about it?
No. Well, yes. I did say, I could hit the snooze like 6 more times, show up at 7, and nobody would probably care.
Nah. Especially like because it's weird because I feel like everybody's still on vacation mode.
A little bit until they get into next week.
Was anybody here in this building yesterday, or did we just leave?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Well, I know it seemed really, and I feel like the listeners are a little different today. Or yesterday. They weren't calling in as much. And
well, that's why I said we should take off this week, too.
I agree.
But we could make that argument every time that our topics aren't good enough for people to call in. It's just because it was Arbor Day 3 months ago and people are still getting off of it.
Do you want to see this picture?
Is it your skeet picture?
No. Do you want to put it on the big screen? I feel like we should put it on the big screen to enjoy this.
Or why don't you put it on the TV screen and I can see it there?
All right, we can do that. Well, I feel like we need to do the big screen and the TV screen.
Okay. Well, you email it to me.
I just sent it to my wife on bright and early this morning.
Okay. Did you email it to me as well?
I did.
Okay. This is Dynamite Radio.
No, this is Elizabeth. Do you know who Elizabeth Hurley is?
Hurley?
Hurley. She's an actress.
Yes.
Especially, early 2000s. I don't know if she's still acting. She's 53 years old.
53?
Is she a model?
Oh.
Look at this bikini pic.
Oh.
I want my bikini. I want it. If I could pull that off, I'd wear a bikini right now at 53 years old.
I'm getting close to those breasts, but
I will tell you, that is not right. I text my wife and I go, that's not right. And she wrote, oh my God, how old is she? 53 years old, Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, she's on Monday, the 53-year-old actress / swimsuit designer took a New Year photo on Instagram, and they're already calling it the best. Well, it's easy to call it the best photo of the year. It's the third.
Well, I also think her age is playing a part. I think people are doing what we're doing. Like,
I'll tell you this, right there. Regardless of age, that's a great body.
Well, you're right. That's what I'm saying. But then you put 53
then you put
in
53 and it adds it. But I mean,
Elizabeth Hurley, I think she did a movie called Monkey Bones with Brendan Fraser.
What a stupid movie, though. That's where I've seen her from.
But I don't know if I want to do to get that bikini body. I don't know if I want to put that much work.
Oh no, you're not getting paid for it. She gets a lot of her. She's a swimsuit designer. She's not able to have a Jake and Tanner body.
Why are we not swimsuit?
Well, because you want to be
designers.
There's no like female swimsuit designer or because
either.
All we gotta do is shorts.
I remember saying when we get the cameras in here, I'm like, I'm gonna get in shape because that's gonna give me a reason to not have this dad bod anymore. I'm getting there. For the next 5 weeks because we're going to Mexico, but I told my wife right after Mexico, I still want to work out, but I don't want to diet as hard as I know. I've only been on the diet for 2 days, which by the way, I forgot my turkey sandwich. It's going to be awful. But
you're eating carbs? So you're not that serious about it?
Well, I have to, or I'm going to get too skinny.
Oh,
that's
poor Jake. Oh no, poor you.
Why is it that in shape bodies are better looking than out of shape bodies?
I don't know.
No, really, honest to God, is that like
more aesthetically pleasing?
Why though? Why is it? Why
do we look sex with a memory foam mattress?
Yeah, but wait, stop, Lo. Because why, Lo? Why is that? Why?
I guess you could go all the way back to primitive times when
you get to outrun a cheetah. So
you were more fit, so you were more able to hunt and survive. Well, gathering. I'm a gatherer. I know what that is. I don't have to move far or find berries. Wait for the men to bring me meat.
Okay, so what?
That's what I need. Like, I know what my ancestors did. They waited in a cave and made lots of excuses of why they couldn't go out on the hunt.
That's cold.
Just not a good day today. I had a mushroom and
athlete's foot's acting up. I can't run.
I've got cave toe. What's cave toe? Don't know, but it's super bad. I'll probably have to stay here today. Just watch the fire.
I don't even feel like you get through the whole sentence. You just kind of give up on the sentence and roll over and go back to sleep. You better just stay here and keep the fire going. Yeah.
Like, caveman talk has been
the men are back.
Yay! How you feeling, Tanner? Good now. The cave toe got better. It got a lot better once you left. I was going to join up, but you guys were too far ahead.
I really would like to think that I would not be the guy with the cave toe, but I think...
I know who I am.
It's not our fault, man. It's our fathers are raising peas. It's their fault. It is.
See, now you get an excuse because you could say, like, my dad could have raised me better once I hit, like, 22, 25. He could have done better, but he passed away. My dad's still around, so I can still blame him.
Right, you
have a better excuse.
But the thing is the dads leave the house now and leave their kids at home, and because they got to go do their job, so you're not with your dad doing manly things anymore. It's society raising
all the
people
way
like
far back as in cavemen times.
Well, because I'm saying when you were younger, you would work with your dad. Guys would. They would work with their dad.
At like 12 years old, it's like, I went and worked at the mill.
Right, the mill, the farm, or whatever it is. You're taking care of your own, and now
what you're saying is dads aren't doing manual labor as much anymore as they're doing desk jobs.
So you're not
learning a craft as much as you're just learning how to.
So we're at home playing video games, and we are waiting for the men to bring home,
meat. I like that you have now turned this into a better scenario for us, and how it's not even close to our fault.
Right? You can blame everything.
We're pudgy and have very little muscle mass. Not because we don't like to work out and eat food. It's because our dads got good jobs.
Yes. My dad would be like, "Oh, you're doing your little radio thing. You're doing a little pushing a little button. You're just your lips go up and down, blah blah blah." Yeah. And it's like, you raised me to be this way, you jerk.
Your dad was a mechanic.
Yeah, that's true. He was, and an alcoholic.
Yeah, you got one of them.
What?
You got one of his traits. You didn't become a mechanic, but you did learn something.
I will say that I think that I think I could be really good at being an alcoholic if I didn't have this job. If I had a job...
I think this job is made for being an alcoholic. You get to be home. You could put in a full work day and get a full day of drinking. You almost could have a 2-time job of 8 hours of drinking, 8 hours of working.
You could, because you don't really get hungover. I get hungover. So I would...
You just got to keep drinking. See, my family gets hangovers too, except when they get hangovers, they just start drinking again.
Right, just to get rid of it. They do the hair of
the dog or whatever, where it's like, are you having a beer at 7 o'clock in the morning? I don't feel good. And
what's your hangover food? Like the next day, you're like, I have to have this.
8 sausages. No, not that.
Because I'm
not allowed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I get hot. Every time I'm hungover, I'm really hot and bothered. And I do not know why.
Ugh.
I know, Angie hates it too. She's like, your breath, it's just, your skin smells like it.
And I could see you being hot and bothered, but still sick and not wanting to move. So then you're just like laying on your back, pointing at it and poking her.
That's not, I'm not even sick on those days. That's how it works in my house. No, what was your hangover food?
8 sausages. Like breakfast sausages.
Sausage is so good when you're hungover.
Sausage patties. Can't do lengths.
Yeah, okay. Because that's just reminds you of the night before. What's that?
And hash browns. And ketchup. You cut them all up. You say words, and then I can't think right because you say things, and I don't want to go back to it, but now here I am.
You know what mine is?
And then I eat it. Go on.
Barbecue pork sandwich.
Where do you get that? You just can't get that. That takes hours to make, too. By the time you get done slow roasting your pork...
No, you can't at restaurants.
What restaurants you going to?
Well, I know Water Street will do one, and I know Atlas Barbecue has one.
Well, that's a barbecue place. But I forget that you live down there.
Sometimes I will go... Yeah, sometimes I'll go grab... At Costco, they have, it's not the greatest, but it's like Jack Daniels.
In the bag or whatever.
And I'll get that the night before if I'm like, I'm probably going to be a little hungover.
That would be so funny if you get into your house on a Thursday night and here's Jake at 1 o'clock in the morning right before work cutting onions and putting everything in a slow cooker. And what are you doing? Well, I plan on drinking on Wednesday or Saturday night, and I just want to have a nice tender sandwich for Sunday morning.
No, that would be me, though, honest to God, because I have to have... I don't do well if I don't know the outcome. Like, if I'm going to be hungover, I'm going to be hungover. I have to be, because if I'm not, then I'm surprised, and then my anxiety goes, and I don't know my body. So then I'm all worried about me not knowing my body, and then somehow I'm on Google, and I find out I have some gout cancer in my foot.
Yeah. It's just the worst.
Which, by the way, we're not allowed to have onions. Well, I am. My wife is not.
Why?
I do not let her have onions.
Is it because her breath is the worst?
No,
my wife eats Whoppers. Like, if she'll get a Whopper, I'll send her out of the house until she brushes her teeth and it gets purged out of her system.
My wife can have just a little bit of onion the next day even. She's allergic to it. I Googled this, and it smells like nasty, rotten milk because it comes out of her skin. And I tell her, I go, you cannot do this. Like, there's one time I remember she went out to a work party. Is there one thing
that your wife likes that you will let her have?
Well, yes. I mean, she works out. That's a joke. I kid. But no, honest to God, no, you don't understand the problem and the issues with this.
Okay.
She went out one time and she had some onion.
Okay.
And she came back. I was so excited to see her. I haven't seen her like in 8 hours or whatever. And I thought we were going to... I couldn't even sit by her on the couch.
Oh.
I couldn't... I told her, I go, Angela, I said no onion. I got angry. I love my wife and we have a great relationship, but I did get angry. It's almost like she does not want to be around me.
I just like the idea that at one point in time, your wife has told her friend Jackie at work, yeah, Jake's mad at me. Why? What happened? I had onions, and he strictly told me I'm not allowed to have onions. You make me sound
like I'm super controlling.
You just got done saying she's not allowed to have onions because she stinks.
I swear to God, if she had some onion and she came in this room, you would go, oh, I get it. Okay. No, I'll sign that petition.
Okay, because I have something that I want you to do with my wife, and it's not that thing you keep asking me.
Oh, well.
What
is that?
I want you to sit in a room with her while she eats cereal.
No, I can't.
Because she is the only human being on the planet that can eat a liquid-based dinner, or liquid dinner at our house, but a liquid-based meal with her mouth open.
Now, do you tell her? Do you say
for the last 9 years?
You go, stop.
I'll send her away. I get it because she's not allowed to. My wife also likes sardines.
Can you give me the example? Like, what is it? But the cereal, you do that normally, right?
You smack your lips open?
Well, I guess not. I haven't had cereal since I've been 12.
Yeah, because she'll go. I've never had cereal with milk because I hate it.
Right. And
I've had it once,
believe in it.
And I just don't like mixing dairy with grain. I think it's wrong. It's my religion. Don't take.
No, I'm not. And that's weird. That's the monks in Nooski probably do something like that. Yeah. Go on.
Dalai Lama never had milk in cereal.
I'm not sure that's true. I know Jesus, Matthew 16:23. He said he's completely against it.
Yeah. See,
cereal, get thee behind me.
Yeah. Milk from a teat should not be in grain from the field. That's what it says.
Oh, was that Matthew 16:20?
No, that was John 82:5.
Just making things up.
I know the Bible. Where did this start? Oh, she likes sardines. I don't let her have sardines. If I find out that she buys sardines, I take them and I throw them into the lake where they belong.
Question: who the hell is just buying sardines?
My wife.
Yeah, but for what reason?
To eat them.
Just out of like a can?
Out of the can.
Out of the tin?
Out of the tin. Tail,
they're like
eyes.
Little, what do you call those things that suck
leeches?
Your blood? They're like leeches.
Yeah. I throw them away. And then she's like, oh, but these are the garlic ones. Oh, yeah, that's good. Processed canned fish should sit in the stinkiest of vegetables.
So what are we going to do here?
I don't know. We could just leave both of our wives because of the things they eat sometimes.
What are we going to do?
Hawaii.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just going to be those people then because we're not going to find any women.
No. I've got this all planned out for when our wives leave us for each other. Because best case scenario, our wives just marry each other. And then they're just together. And then we go to Hawaii.
We become uncles.
We're uncles to our own children. We go to Hawaii. We work at a bar.
Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Sure. I'm not huge on franchises, but we could probably start our own.
Okay. Oh, you know what we could do, too? We could get a boat and parasail people.
We could do that, or radio. We could learn the language down there.
Yeah.
I think it's French. And we could learn how to do that.
They pay ridiculously bad.
Bad?
Radio.
I thought they pay good because nobody wants to live there.
No, people want to live there and people want those jobs. And you become a huge local celebrity.
Oh, well, yeah.
A lot of the tourists.
3 people.
Right. The tourists don't know you, but the 14 people that live on the, whatever island. Honolulu, you probably make good money. But, if you're on Maui, you're not making the greatest. But that's the big, look where you get to live kind of ordeal. Alaska, they pay pretty good.
Yeah, they pay great there because nobody really wants to live there at all.
Nobody wants to do radio there.
No. Not at all. Man, if our agent ever says, hey guys, I know you're doing syndication and stuff out of Green Bay, but you could make 7 figures in Alaska, I'm going to slap him in the face and bring us that weak sauce.
It's got to be
going up to Alaska.
Yeah, it's got to be way more than that. Because you're going to spend all that on drugs because there's nothing else to do.
What could you possibly do in Alaska other than heroin? Give me one thing.
No,
igloos?
Yeah, that's it.
How many igloos can you make before a needle looks great? The old phrase. That's in the Bible. That's Matthew 16:23. There it is.
Are you guys live this morning? We are. We got to get going. We are really late here this hour. We need to talk about a tattoo. I want to show that picture.
Doesn't it looks great?
I like it. I know people are tattoos. Well, let's talk. We'll talk about it next. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Take from Jake and Tanner today. We are at $80. Swapping $80. Big thanks to Prospera Credit Union Life Stage Personal Guidance. It's going to be happening in the last segment of the 7 o'clock hour.
The last segment? Hey, your dog is still, the screen is still up.
Oh, that is my dog. I forgot to take that off. That's Dozer. I'm on a boxer page, and my wife commented on it. I wanted to see what she said. It's a Jake and Tanner show, by the way. Hi, my name is Jake, and I have a 1-year-old boxer dog.
Oh, my name is Tanner. I have a dog as well. It's a lab beagle mix, even though Jake, for some reason, doesn't believe that beagles exist. Yesterday we were looking at breed-specific dog food, and I was like, oh, okay, they have a beagle thing here. And 3 times you're like, oh, they have beagle breed?
No,
Jake,
no. I know they have big boggle. No. I know they exist. I thought you were looking at dog food because I get a specific dog breed, and I went, oh, they have a beagle. I didn't know they made specific dog food for a beagle.
But why not?
Because
they make specific dog food for your boxer or for a Labrador.
I didn't know that. To be honest, I didn't know how common it was, and still don't know if it's very common that they make breed specific dog foods. And when I found the boxer, I didn't do any other research
why would you look up any other dog,
right?
Honestly.
So when you said that, I went, wow. And I said it twice because I didn't believe that they had a dog food just for beagles.
It's like I said yesterday. They have a dog. Oh, they have a unicorn dog. Weird that they would have something like that. A woolly mammoth dog breed.
You always think. I guess maybe a little bit is me thinking that beagles come from pounds, like they are bred in a cage, in a cell.
Every beagle is a mutt. Every beagle is homeless. Let me see what a beagle looks like.
Let me see this. Yeah, my father-in-law loves these beagles. The beagles are a pound dog.
That's a weird statement you're just throwing out there.
No, they seem like pound dogs, don't they? I'm not saying anything bad about pound dogs. You can find, you found a dog at a pound. It's great to do that. They kind of remind me of pound dogs. That you go get it's kind of like a pit bull. Pit bull is a pound dog.
Well, that's true, but hold on, I gotta show you this picture of a beagle. It might be the ugliest dog on the planet.
Do you think that dog's overfed?
But
it's like it ate a beagle.
Yeah, but that beagle had a lazy eye and it absorbed its power. I have a Liebel is what I've been calling him.
Okay.
Since 4 seconds ago. It's a lab beagle mix.
Sure.
And he's great. And what I was saying about pit bulls, that's because you're down in Milwaukee, and for some reason every single shelter south of Fond du Lac, because I went to a shelter in Fond du Lac and those all had pit bull in them, but I go to the ones north and they don't. And I'm not a pit bull. I am racist against that breed. I just am. I don't see any other dog breeds having to defend their breed as much as a pit bull.
No, because you said you're racist against them?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm not.
I
really like pit bulls.
I do have a thing where I think it has something to do with the breed.
Now, somebody said
can't say it's just the owner.
Well, Caesar does. Caesar has a weird magical power, though.
Yeah, he might be part dog.
Well, somebody told me, and it made me rethink it, because I used to always think that, well, maybe it's just the owners. Because you probably, to get a pit bull not to do that, you would probably have a ridiculous amount of training. I mean, up and down training. But wait, I heard it's a gene. And that made me rethink it. I heard and I don't know if it's true, but I heard that from a vet assistant where she said there's a gene, I think it's like a red gene or something in them that's like a rage gene.
That just makes them a little bit more
aggressive.
Quick. Yeah. And
God, they're such good-looking dogs.
See, and I just don't think
I like
so.
that boxy head.
Yeah. And a friend of mine has a Rottweiler, too. And I think... No, other one.
Other one?
Yeah. Those completely off.
Somebody Someone said that I look extremely white because it might be a little better. My camera's going.
But when I had a Rot and a hound dog, or not a hound dog, but like a shepherd dog mix, and we raised that thing from 6 weeks old on, and it just snapped one day and was a biter.
I'm telling you,
so
if you had it depends on your experience. You know what I mean?
That too, because I would have said it's not the breed either, but then I had that happen.
If one of my kids got ripped up by a Doberman, guess what I would hate? I would say Doberman. Yeah, you know what I mean? I do like pit bulls a lot, and I think there are a lot of great pit bulls, but I also think there are a lot of bad. It's just like people.
I won't like pull my kid away from a pit bull or refrain from playing with one. I just won't own one. That's just me. I don't 100%.
See, now, if my kid was out playing with a pit bull, and it was not mine, so I knew nothing about it, it was my neighbor's, I know my neighbors a little bit, I don't know if I'd let my kid just go out and play with that pit bull.
Yeah, it would have to be on a leash, like a heavy chain. If it was on its heavy chain that they come with from birth, that's the umbilical cord. If it was on that, and it was fine then, I would be okay with it.
See that. Somebody on the text line said, the reason there are so many pit bulls in Wisconsin is because there was a dog fighting scene busted near Minnesota. Over 200 dogs. But I also think Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee has still a dog fighting scene.
Oh, I believe they probably do. Pit bulls are really intimidating. So if you've got it on its heavy chain outside of your house, like Milwaukee, let's be honest, not the safest area in Wisconsin.
It's funny because we have to defend another text line. This is a direct hit punch at you. It's funny because we have to defend the dogs because of small-minded people like Tanner. At least we don't have to go home to a dog that's part Beagle.
Holy cow! What?
Dude, it's pit bull owners. No. Pit bull owners
are insane.
My wife really likes the looks of pit bulls too, a lot, and that's bizarre to me. She likes those. It's kind of like a boxer head, you know what I mean? Just kind of square. I feel like we could have a pit bull and train it real well. I think people wouldn't want to come over, though. I really do. I think friends with their kids,
they have a stigma to them.
I think it would be very difficult to have it in the backyard. I think it would be, even though it would be a great dog, I think people would look at you a lot different.
Yeah, and I know that this phone call right here is probably a pit bull owner that is just raging through their Monster Energy drink right now and just shaking the hell out of it.
Argue.
But like I said, I don't hate them, but I think there's something to the pit bulls are angrier than poodles.
Poodles. Oh, don't even get me started.
No, those are garbage animals as well.
Geez. I don't know. It's another, and I think you would say differently, but I can't stand the looks of those golden doodles.
No, I don't like them either. I think they're too curly looking.
Everybody has one of those. Everybody seems to have one of those
elitist dogs. Because aren't they hypoallergenic?
I don't know.
And they don't shed? Or there's something...
they don't shed. I know that.
Yeah, so you in your neighborhood get them. So then, like, people don't leave their houses with hair in places where they didn't have hair before. My
son was attacked by a pack of beagles.
By a pack of beagles?
No, just kidding.
What's a pack of beagles?
No, my son was attacked 4 days after his first birthday by, I don't know what kind of dog that is.
A Belgian
Malone. It's got to be a big dog.
To the Googles! Look at that. That can't attack you.
No, beagles can't. That thing can't even get to you. That thing's too lazy to get to you.
Yeah.
Boxers are another look of a dog that people are scared of. But I'm telling you, boxers, they are the best family dog. I kid you not. They are so ungodly great with kids, and they're just so awesome.
I'm amazed with my dog on how great he is with how terrible my daughter treats him.
And he's good with the kids.
Yeah. Doesn't do anything wrong. He just lays there and kind of lets it happen.
My dad, we grew up with a pit bull, and it was my dad's. As a kid, I was hitting him, jumping on him, hitting him with my... He did not care. Now, my mom opened the door one time because I can't remember, and he bit her just out of the blue. And that's when Dad had to ended up getting rid of the dog and took it to another person's house or whatever. But I'm just saying, maybe that's kind of helping your argument a little bit.
I think there's something to, like, my grandpa had a German Shepherd for the longest time. His name was Bullet, and then he bit my cousin Parker. Parker's much younger than me. We all played with Bullet the entire time that he was alive, and then he bit Parker once for no reason. What
kind of dog?
German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
And then dog had to go down.
German Shepherds scare the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
I like German Shepherds. We got a neighbor that has one, and they're beautiful looking dogs.
They are.
But they're just humongous. And they're not like, they're muscular, but they seem almost like they have too much power. Yeah, right.
They're
know what
smarter
I mean?
than you. And you know they are.
Right.
No, any dog has the ability to snap and bite somebody. But you have to be honest, some breeds are better with people than other. Like a Jack Russell Terrier, those little dogs, Fraser dogs.
Yeah.
They love their owners and their families, but hate other people.
Oh man!
If you
saw
dogs.
If you saw the movie Max, that's the Belgian. What is? I never watched Max. I guess I have a boxer. Would never have another breed. Can't help but love the wiggle butt. Only boxers really or boxer owners kind of. They do U's a lot. Their body will go in a U, and they shake their entire body when they see it because they don't have a tail.
Whiskey did that because she didn't have a tail either. So when she would run up to you, she'd completely lose control of her back legs. They'd be touching her ears.
You know what I think? I can tell you this. I would much rather have my kid play with a pit bull than I would a Cocker Spaniel, though. Cocker Spaniels are the meanest dogs on the planet. Cocker Spaniel. Oh, they're the ugliest, meanest dogs. I feel like...
Let's see them.
You know these dogs.
Ah, God! Why do they look like the old woman from Beetlejuice, who told them that they can't go back, and she was always smoking in hell? Where's that woman from Beetlejuice? You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
That dog looks just like her.
Hey, wait, can you type in the Belgian whatever?
Yeah,
Moonland Blast or whatever?
I just had it.
Oh, you did?
Boom.
Were we looking at it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a German Shepherd.
No,
that looks like a German Shepherd.
They're
oh my God,
like German
that is
Shepherds.
A beautiful dog.
Yeah, those are good-looking dogs.
Wait,
Those
is that
are
a
good.
short-haired German Shepherd? Is
Pretty
that what that
much.
is?
No, yeah, kinda. I found a German Shepherd Golden Retriever mix, and it was the coolest looking dog I've ever seen in my entire life.
I can't believe you didn't get a lab.
My Beagle has lab in it.
Oh, yeah, you keep saying that. I do not know why I'm not listening to what your dog is.
It kind of has the face of a Beagle, but he's got the stupid small ears of a lab, so it kind of looks dumb.
Sure.
He's basically going to look like just a small lab his entire life.
Okay.
Which I'm usually not a fan of smaller dogs, but
it's
I'll tell you,
Gustav's
pretty cool.
I love that name. When we were in Milwaukee doing the show, I know people got busted for what they do is they have their pit bulls in the trunk, basically, of their vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
They meet a guy on the side of the road.
Yeah.
They put money down, they open up their trunks, and they fight in the street. And then when one dies, or whatever it is, the guy won the money, and then they take off.
Yeah.
And then they put the pit bull in the back of their trunk, and they do that. Is it Mike Vick? Didn't Mike Vick get that?
Yeah, Michael Vick.
Why in the hell have that much money and do that?
And do dog fighting?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
A bizarre thing.
Like, I get that not all pit bulls are the worst people in the world, or are the worst dogs in the world, but a lot of them kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
They just have that thing, like you said, you had a pit bull growing up and it bit your mom one day.
No, it growled at... It bit someone at the door, then it growled at my mom.
Bit somebody at the door?
See,
that's the thing. I judge dogs and how are they outside of your family? Because when I had Whiskey, loved me and my wife, but I couldn't take her anywhere because she would bite other people because she had such anxiety. Yeah, I think if you have a dog that you can't show to other people or you have to lock up when people come over, it's a burden more than it is a companion.
By the way, did one of our segments in the 5 o'clock, did we talk dogs?
Yeah, it was the last segment.
We did.
Yeah, it was the last segment.
Oh, it was, and now we're talking dogs again.
Yeah, that's
because I'm seeing people saying, "Didn't you guys just did that?" Oh no, well, I'll rewind.
We talked about you trying to say that you're a better dog owner than people because you measure out his food.
I don't think
I measure out his food so he doesn't become a fat dog like yours.
We're gonna put a woman got a tattoo. I'm gonna put it up on the TV screen here next. I want to see. I love it.
I think it's amazing. What an honor.
And
honestly,
it's great artwork, and we'll explain, and we'll show, and we will share, and we will do that next. You are listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. We're live on Jake and Tanner TV. All you got to do is text TV to 71090. You can see us in the studio. You can make fun of us. What we're wearing, what we look like, that's okay. Yeah, do you know that guy that was on Black Mirror? Hold on. He was also on not Hunger Games.
Meth Damon?
Maze Runner. He was also...
Oh, yes.
I don't know. What
he was going to be Pennywise.
Yes.
He was going to be, but then he didn't like the script.
What is his name?
Yep.
Okay. Well, he's a really great actor. He's 24 years old. He's a young actor, but he's really, really good. And
he was on the new Bandersnatch, and he was the best part of it.
Well, he just took off. He's done with... I feel for him, and this is the reason I want to say this. He's done with Twitter. He's done with social media as of right now because of his mental health. And he was talking about he loves the positive reviews, but he worked hard on that part, and he said there was a lot of negative, and he can't. It's hard to not hear the negative comments when we get one. Tanner's a little better than I am at this, but when I see a negative comment on there, it's loud to me. It's very, very, very loud when you hear something on, or you read something on social media or the text line or whatever, and it comes through, and I take them really to heart. And it sucks.
You take him as more of a personal attack than...
Yes.
Because I look at it as, well, these people don't technically know us personally, so they're just attacking what we do as for work, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, and
it's not for everybody.
But I'm off Facebook. Like, I don't have it on my phone. I'm still, like, at work. I'll get on it and to look around and stuff, but I have Messenger on my phone just to get a hold of some people and friends. But I feel better. I really do, because I'm not... Man, when we were on that... the Facebook that they got a fan page for us or whatever, I was looking at that a lot just to see what people were saying, to see if we can get any content or any bits out of it. But then you reading stuff, and they're all good comments.
Yeah.
But you start believing that crap, man, and you can't believe
the good and not the bad.
Yeah, then if you're believing just the good, then you got to believe the bad. So I just want to get neutral and just be like, I just don't want to think about it. Sometimes I want to take off this text line when they say negative things about us. But anyway, so if again, not huge news about that guy, but I felt like we could relate to him. Just before we share this picture of this tattoo, I have some old gadgets that are cluttering up our house. Actually, they've done a study. There's money involved in this. I got the top 10. I want you to name some old gadgets that you still have. I want to see if you're any in the top 10. Just laying around the house, maybe in a drawer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to name them?
Think about it right now. I want to see if you have any. You don't
I
have
have a couple, like TV antennas. I got a lot of coax cables for some reason.
Coax cables. I think you can go down to anybody's basement or their attic, and there's just a box of them.
Yeah, I just got a lot.
That's funny. That's not on the list.
The one thing I don't have that I used to always have, but I just got rid of them, was a bunch of AV cables, audio-video cables, the yellow, red, and white.
See, now I got to go back really quick. Jake needs to measure out his dog's food because his dog doesn't get enough exercise.
Why? How do you know?
I take that dog every day. Every day. I was literally at the dog park yesterday training him, leash training him right now for an hour. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Like, what?
You
how do you even possibly know how much energy Jake's dog gets?
And I also think you should measure out your dog's food, even if your dog is getting exercise.
I think you should shut your mouth. But
See, now you're on that guy's bandwagon. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I get to hate you for the crap you say.
You can. You can. But like that's what I'm talking about, just right there on the text. That's just a stupid low blow. And a stupid sentence because he doesn't get enough exercise. How do you even say that?
I don't know. I don't know how he got their stupid opinion, because it's dumb, because you made an assumption with zero evidence,
right,
at all. I didn't even make a joke that your dog doesn't get a lot of... Your dog gets way more exercise than mine does, because I don't have a dog park to bring mine to. I wish I had a dog park. When we had my dog,
but you don't need just
a dog park?
Yeah.
I do, because I don't have land where I can let him off the leash and let him run better.
I guess I take him down. I don't even take him to the dog park, too. I take him to the soccer field and throw the ball around, too.
Yeah, see, I don't have that kind of an area.
You just got a road.
I wish I had a dog park like I had in Grafton, where it was caged in.
That's a nice dog park, man.
Yeah, because they have plenty of areas where you can just throw the ball. There's water.
He was so mad at me yesterday because I didn't let him play. I'm just leash training right now. So it was
starting that tonight.
30 minutes of walking, 30, 45 minutes of just walking around, and then we went.
How do you do your leash train?
Oh man, we can't do this. We can't get into the dog thing.
Yes, we can.
We can't.
Yes, we can.
No, because we'll be back on it and people are like, enough with dogs already. Dogs are our life.
How do you
Can you
leash
get
train?
your finger out of my mouth?
How do you leash train? Because I do treats, because that's how I was taught. Do you...
Yeah, I don't treat train because, again, I feel like it's who's training who. Because I do. I feel like the only way they're going to do stuff then is if you give them food. So I feel like they're almost training you. I'll tell you my way out off air. I know. I knew.
Damn dog elitist.
All right, hold on. Let me go through some of these, okay?
Yes, give me more.
Somebody, we're talking about the common old gadgets that are cluttering up your house. This was a study done on the text line. Unopened package of floppy disk.
No, I don't have any of that. I've got one of those CD things about that big. Filth. None of them are blank.
Yeah.
They all have something on them. I have got Jeopardy, computer Jeopardy on there.
Oh, you should. Oh, it's not just audio.
Some of them are audio. Some of them are CDs I made.
Let me go through these. Tell me if you have them. Number 10, CD players. I don't have any CD players.
Yeah, I've got tons.
Maybe my garage. Laptops. I do have laptops because what do you do with them?
I have one laptop. It was the first Microsoft Surface that they came out with.
Because can you just throw them away?
I don't know, and you don't want to because you spent so much money on it.
Well, and then
even if it's 10 years old, it's like, but I spent $500 on that, and in your brain, it's still worth the $500.
And in my brain, it goes, well, can somebody get at my bank account? You know what I mean? If you throw it away, like I don't know.
Oh yeah, you got to drill holes in it.
Well, can't they still?
If you find where the hard drive is and drill a hole through the hard drive, you're fine. And the hard drive's destroyed, though.
Digital cameras. I do have some of those.
I forced my wife to use it because I got it for her.
When did you get it?
A couple years ago for Christmas. She had yet to have an iPhone. She had like an HTC
at that time,
trackball.
The digital cameras were better. Now the phones are
better than a digital camera. The phones are getting closer to a DSLR camera. It's insane.
Cell phone cases.
Yeah, I got a couple of those for phones I don't even have anymore. And I hold on to them. I don't think
those are gadgets. Are they?
Yeah, they're gadget accessories.
Yeah. DVD players. I don't have one of those anymore, do you?
No.
Just an Xbox.
Yeah, I just have that's it.
And when is the last time you actually put a divot in it?
Just a few weeks ago, because I got on a Scrubs kick. So I started watching Scrubs. Because apparently there's an Easter egg on the last True episode where you can see the person that they based the show off of. The real JD.
What? There is a real JD?
Yeah, the guy who created it, his roommate in college was a doctor named like Jonathan Dorr something.
And it did whoever Zach Braff kind of play it like that guy?
That JD, yeah, he was on set. That's why that show also is medically.
Wait a minute, the guy was on set to help JD. Like this is how I would react in this situation.
Well, it was like. Not exactly, but it was teaching him how to doctor, getting in his head because he knew that it was still based on him. But
was there an actual Dr. Cox?
I don't think so.
Okay, but this was the series loosely based on this guy. Now, I had no idea.
That character is loosely based on him, not the entire show. But yeah, they used to call him the real.
That guy, Zach Braff, he must have made really good money because he only does independent films where he probably is not making the greatest on those.
No, probably not.
So he must have made a ton on Scrubs.
Yeah, I wonder if he's getting royalties
probably.
On it. But who has it?
Yeah.
I think Hulu has all of the things, but I don't think he gets any of that.
Well, I think, don't they still play it on TV?
Comedy Central at like 6 o'clock in the morning. That's it.
Oh, which I'm watching a TV series right now on Netflix.
Is it the Dana Carvey show? Because it's all on Hulu, and I've been watching it.
No.
And I watched the documentary.
But it's older. It's been out since 2015. I watched 3 episodes. I'm back on it now.
Just Shoot Me?
No. I love Just Shoot Me.
I want to watch that show. I heard it was absolutely phenomenal.
That's with
David Spade?
It's so good.
Is it?
It's funny. It's really funny. You would like it. It's kind of that same time as Frasier. I think you would really like that show.
I heard that it's a great comedy that didn't get as much recognition as it deserved.
Narcos. I'm rewatching. I'm not rewatching. I started watching it again. I forgot. Like, it's really good. If you like that type of
I tried
mafia,
watching it and I just didn't
drug running kind of ordeal. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway, cameras, headphones,
tons,
TV remotes. Yeah, I got a bunch of those.
None.
You don't have any of those?
No.
Random chargers. Yeah, I got. Do you have a drawer that's just filled with those?
My junk drawer is filled with everything. Everything. Somebody comes over. It's so nice now that all phones have kind of switched to 2 different kinds of chargers. Now it's kind of 3. It's like 2 or 3 different kinds of chargers. So I have a charger for everybody at my house. I'm like an Uber driver, but in my house.
And cell phones made the list.
No, not me, because I think that'll start going away too. Because I think a lot of people,
them?
Yeah, you trade your phone in so you can get a newer phone and not have to completely pay it off. Because it used to be, hey, sign up for 2 years, give us $200, and that phone's yours. But now that's not the case anymore.
I can't believe a few years ago, phones were, the highest was $692. Now my iPhone was I think $1,000.
Yeah, mine was $1,250.
Now the iPhone X, no, RL or R whatever is
XR.
That's cheaper.
Yeah, it's $750.
Why is it cheaper?
It doesn't have the same kind of screen. The screen is like our screens are OLED screens, OLED, and that's an LCD screen. So ours can get up to
I feel like
4K.
I could have done the cheaper one and been fine.
Yeah, you would have been fine.
Dang it. 2 things here, and then we got to move on. I swear to God, we'll get to the picture here next. And it's about dogs, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but somebody said, I just wanted to say my dog is trained to poop on command. My neighbors love it because it literally takes me about 2 minutes to take her outside, and I go poop, and the dog goes.
Hey, you know how dogs... I'm going to get into the dogs thing.
No, we can't.
You know how dogs have a reserve for pee so they can mark stuff?
Yeah.
Mine holds a reserve of poop, and that's how he marks things.
Oh.
Because I took my dog over to my dad's, and right before we went into his house, I was like, poop. And then he went behind the dumpster and pooped.
Yeah.
And then I brought him in the house, and he immediately went in the back room and pooped again in a full pile. And I was like, just pee. That's easier.
You might like, how far is Ocano Falls from you?
Not too far.
It says they're doing a fundraising right now to build a dog park. So there you go.
Woo!
Yeah, there you go. On the way here next, we're gonna. Somebody got a tattoo, kind of in remembrance, not remembrance, because
it's
I guess
in memoriam.
In memoriam.
Oh God, did we die?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to talk about it, and we will show it. So text TV to 71090, and you're going to be able to see the photo of the tattoo, and we'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Text TV to 71090 because we are there.
Yeah, we are.
You can watch us from home. You could be laying in your bed, watching us on your TV, on your phone. You can see us live in the studio. We got cameras set up now. It's very cool, actually. We're getting this thing sponsored eventually. This would be a big thing. If you're ever thinking about wanting to sponsor the Jake and Tanner show, to buy the cameras, to buy this would be a lot. Or not be a lot, I'm sorry. It wouldn't be a lot of money. It would be, that was the wrong word.
Yeah.
It would be great for you in the business.
A lot of exposure.
That's what I was looking for. That's I'm not good with
what
words.
You're trying to say.
Right.
Is the audio on sync? Is the audio synced today?
I have no idea. We haven't had any complaints.
Yeah.
Take from Jake and Tanner. It's going to be happening in the last segment of the 7 o'clock hour. $80 up for grabs. Hi, who's this?
3430.
What's up?
You were talking about dog training a little bit ago.
It's back to dogs.
If you can't train Tanner, how are we supposed to get a boxer trained?
The boxer's
Boxers
easier.
Are smarter than I am. It definitely listens.
I can't get Tanner to stop licking himself. That's my biggest.
Okay, tell me if you didn't go through 5 years of yoga to be able to get that flexible that you wouldn't lick yourself on a daily.
All right, thanks.
I can reach places toilet paper never will.
I want to put the text TV to 71090 because we're going to put the tattoo up there right now. Are you putting it on the big screen so we can see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Already there. I was reading these comments of you really mean, terrible people.
There it is. One of our listeners, she came in a while ago. I know we have it somewhere on a podcast. She talked about the reasoning why she wanted to get a tattoo of our show. And it's on her shoulder. It's our logo, the Jake and Tanner Show, the brand, and we have our signatures above, my name, and you have your signature on your name.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really cool. What was the reasoning behind it?
I think she had told us that she was doing a lot with depression. Like she had a lot of big depression things, and we were one of those things where she would. It's the little things when it comes to depression. It's the little things that make you happy that end up having the biggest impact.
Now
it's an amazing honor. I never would have thought that something like this would happen, and we truly do have like the coolest people.
I want to say that people are mean. I want to read some of these.
Yeah, they are stupid mean. Well, she did it to her body. Why does it matter what you think?
Well, tattoos are weird because I have a bunch of them, and people will pass judgment quickly, and they do not care if they offend you. It's weird because you automatically will see somebody's tattoo and go, I don't like it. I would never do that. Even if you're into tattoos, you pass judgment on them. Go, I would never put that on my body. It's very easy to do. But tattoos are a thing where it's like either you like the cool artwork, and like you said, it's for her, or there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
Now, I see some people on here going, well, what if the Jake and Tanner show moves or whatever? And it's like, well, it doesn't matter. That's her story.
Because if the Jake and Tanner show moves, which no plans to, we're still the Jake and Tanner show.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. It's a chapter in her life.
It's a chapter in her life.
She marked. Here's something that I feel like is mean to us. Nothing like a Jake and Tanner tattoo to make it perfectly clear you've never left your small hick town.
Hold on. Where is this douchey
That's right under the picture. And then Sarah says, I'm jealous you guys got Jake and Tanner. We had them in Milwaukee and then left us to go up there. The radio show they were on went to complete crap after they left, too. Boom! And then somebody said they were here before Milwaukee, then moved back. Yeah, we like to do that to the listeners. We like to keep you guessing.
Yeah.
We like to collect fans and then leave you. I vaguely remember them saying they were from up there. Still sucked. It was a great station while they were on it. Totally not anymore. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're talking about
I guess I don't understand why. What does that mean? Nothing to make it perfectly clear you've never left your small hick town. Do we consider Appleton, Oshkosh, Green Bay area small hick towns?
No, because I wouldn't think so.
I think where you live.
That's a small hick town. And if I never left it.
Well, I'm confused because if there was a radio show there, and it only went to Kopemish, then
God, would that be boring?
No, but I'm just saying. Then that would be
make more sense.
And you got a tattoo of that. I would get
like the station I was going to go to, and that cluster of stations that guy was going to hand me because he liked our show. That only went to Anago. Like that station I would have been on would have been what you're talking about.
Now, I was
station only for one town.
When the show was in limbo there for a second, Tanner got offered a job in Anago where I don't even know. He liked the show so much.
He liked the show.
That he gave you like presidency of.
It was operations manager. It was an OM position / PD / morning show / tradio on Saturdays. And he was like, you're going to be doing mornings for a minute. And then you're going to be doing morning middays. And then that's just where your shift will be. And then you'll have to also run sales because there's no salespeople here. But here's your office. And I was like, oh, it's the corner office.
Do you know what I would? You know what I would have hated? You know what I would have hated? It's going to be
you and John. He's the engineer.
When the gig would have went away, if I would have stayed at that other radio station in Milwaukee for another year,
and then got let go because it flipped.
Yeah, right, and it did. Yep. And it went to all sports, and everybody lost their job.
You do not translate to all sports radio.
Not at all. So if I would have stayed, if I would have signed that year contract,
yep. You walked in after I quit and said, "Give me a contract right now."
I got nervous. Yeah. I did because I thought I need security. That's a big thing for me in my life where I feel really, really comfortable. If I don't know that I got a paycheck coming, I get super worried.
Yeah, that was really fun for 2 years saying, I don't know if we're going to have a job in 6 months.
So, you know what I would have hated? Mm-hmm. Because I'd have lost the gig, and then I would have called you and said, hey, we should probably put the show together, and then you would have been like, yeah, come on up, and you would have interviewed me.
I would have had to interview you.
No, you would sit me. I could just see you being all tannery and sit me down. And they go, well, what do you offer? I'd be like, Tanner, we've worked together for 5 years. Well, let's see. What's your
tell me about your look like?
Yeah. Let's hear your demo.
You got any references here? Let's call your last job. Let's see how you did. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
What would no? Honest to God, I've thought about this because the gig would have went away.
Yeah.
And I would have called you and said, should we? Do you want to put this thing back together? You would have been at your station.
I would have been able to get us a job instantly.
Now, would I have just, I guess, moved up there and we would have done it in Anago?
Yeah.
Because I don't think I could have say, hey, let's move to go do mornings. I don't know if you would have.
If it depends on how far.
Yeah.
Like if you would have said Appleton's looking for us, I would have never said, I got a cushy OM position job. I would have been thinking, oh, please, for the love of God, get me out of this.
Somebody said Anago is my hometown. If you would have took that job, you would have been worshipped. Anago radio so far. How big is Anago? I could just see you like the first thing you would do is spend all of the money on just one huge billboard right when you enter Anago, and it's you, home of Tanner Radio.
Welcome to Tanago.
You can't change the town, sir. Can't change the town name.
I would have just been like, well, maybe I'll move and be like, no, please don't leave Tanago. We love it here. They have a population of
50?
No. 7,000? Oh my God, I would have been a god there.
Do you know, I probably, thinking about this, if I would have, if that gig would have been lost and we didn't put the show, or we didn't get back together or whatever, yeah. I think, I don't know if I would have got mornings again. I think if I did, it would be like small,
shot for
really
middays
super,
or something.
Yeah, I think I would have probably stayed in medium to big market, just doing like an after. Oh God!
See,
I just do not want to think about having to go jock again.
When I thought about it, I said, I bet you Jake. I bet you Jake would have shot for middays really hard.
I would have done something because I needed.
Because you would have been fine at middays, because you did afternoons, and your hours would have been better. Like midday hours are so much better than morning show hours.
The pay's worse, but
the hours are better. And if you were out of a gig, it's like, you know what? I'm still home every day for my kids. I get to sleep at.
I don't know if I could have done it. The jock going back to jockeying would be horrible.
Yeah, mentally it would have wore you out. It would you would have turned radio into a job.
Do you know how much you could have?
Your fun career.
No, you could. You know how much Netflix you could watch?
Oh my God, yeah.
Colton, when he doesn't feel like doing anything, he's like, I can catch up on a lot of episodes of something because he talks when he has to talk. But if he's just throwing away a show, which he never does,
yeah.
But if he were to, he could just watch 4 hours of Netflix.
Yeah, in all seriousness.
Anyway, if we are that tattoo, that Jake and Tanner tattoo, all you got to do is text TV to 71090, and and you can see it. It's going to be up there. I'll keep it up there for a few minutes, and I really like it. I think it's Caitlin. I think it's awesome. I think it's your story. If we got you out of a funk and you want to say, hey, because of the Jake and Tanner show, I put this on here because of that part of my life. They made it better. Great.
Yeah.
That's your body. You do whatever the hell you want. Don't listen to all the haters.
I do want to attack this person.
Sure.
Because the man who said that we're not, nothing like getting a Jake and Tanner tattoo to say you never moved out of your small town. I just want to say there's nothing like wearing an Affliction t-shirt that says I'm going to drug this girl's drink. Yeah, we're definitely going deep in your Facebook right now. Yeah, we're a little far in your Facebook there, bud.
All right.
Hope George St. Pierre wins that fight this weekend.
I'll put the picture back. I have to read a little bit of Verb here. Verb's a credit union. VerbACU.com. Remember, you can put your loan payment on pause until everything thaws. Now it's 90 days, no pay loan option. Great to take advantage of right after the holidays when money's tight.
This was the program that I did almost a year ago today. Here's my anniversary.
Nice.
And I saved so much money, about almost $3,000 in car payments. I saved in 3 months. Tell me, in 90 days, you couldn't use an extra $3,000.
Not only that, but like they were saying on my little notes here, that it's right after the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, for these 3 months, like my credit card bills are getting insane because of how much I was thinking about selling my vehicles to get new vehicles so I could go back to Verve and get 90 days without having to pay them again.
So you can check all this out at verbacu.com. All right, so pictures back up of the tattoo. If you want to see it, text TV to 71090. You can see the picture and live inside the studio. And also, on the way, the Bird Box Challenge.
Bird Box?
You know that's a thing now?
No.
And Netflix had to actually put a warning out.
Oh, no.
And the very beginning of that warning says, I can't believe we have to do this.
Oh, I know what it is.
We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Oh boy. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, my name is Jake, and I'm going to be going to the library with my kids today, which I haven't been to the library in a very long time.
Why?
They want to check out some books.
Oh.
I want to get some more books, too, on the monks of New Skeet. That's a true story.
What are you watching on your computer right now? Is it people falling down on treadmills?
Yeah, how do you see that?
Because of my camera on mine, you can kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that, but
you can't. Just don't look at porn during work anymore.
Yeah, okay. Good call. Or if you see it on your computer, can you tell me, hey,
yeah,
you got to block that. Put your hand up.
Your skeet's on there again.
Tanner's the other host of the show.
Hi, my name is Tanner, and I enjoy long walks on the beach and texting TV to 71090 so I can watch the show live.
Coming up here in just a little bit on this hour, we got to take from Jake and Tanner $80 thanks to Prospera Credit Union Life Stage Personal Guidance. Bird Box. Bird Box is a movie.
I enjoyed the movie.
That is on Netflix right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give a little synopsis? Why?
Basically, what happens is it's a post-apocalyptic movie where there are like some sort of creatures that when you see them, it makes you kill yourself. Like it does something, it makes you see your worst fear or something, but it makes you ultimately kill yourself. And that's the whole movie. That's just it. So they wear blindfolded so they can't see them so they don't die. Because once you see them, it's over.
Right. And there's something going on that's called the Bird Box Challenge now that people are taking part of.
That's right, Susie. People are making videos based on the Bird Box movie. And we showed some of those videos that have gone viral to folks here on Hollywood Boulevard. The reaction is pretty universal. This is dangerous stuff, and Netflix is also warning against it.
Oh, they're driving. Oh, my gosh.
That's reaction to the so-called Bird Box Challenge. Some folks are posting videos like driving while blindfolded, or there's this video of a father walking his kids through a home with their eyes covered.
Come on, kid. Oh! So what happens is, again, the movie, if you're not with us, they were blindfolded over their eyes so they don't see anything, and they got to go function in the world, or they're going to die. So now the Bird Box Challenge is doing that. Now, one part of the movie, there was
your kids away.
Yeah, there was one part of the movie, Sandra or whoever, they blacked out the windows so they could they could drive to go get food, but they could only use the GPS because they couldn't see outside the windows. So that's what people are doing right now. They're trying to use their GPS to drive without looking.
Now, I said the same thing to my wife. I was like, I don't think you could do that, but I think you could to a certain extent because they also had the proximity sensors all around their car.
So if you're taking it slow,
if you're going 10 miles an hour, you could go 3 miles.
Probably, I would think. Now, this one where Tanner and I's reaction was dad and his kids. He's holding his hands, trying to go through the house. Everybody's blindfolded, and they take off running, and the kid that's probably 2-3 years old just runs smack dab in the wall as they're running.
Not only... The dad pulled them into the wall, too.
Because they're trying to be funny with this Bird Box Challenge.
Take your kids away.
To understand these antics, of course, you have to see the movie.
Okay, well, we just explained all that.
Depends on staying.
Let's go back to them.
Car windows blacked out. A scene now being mimicked in this so-called challenge.
Like the driving part is definitely... I don't know. I would never do it. That's all I know.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a little insane for sure.
Someone's going to end up getting hurt if it goes too far. I think
that's Thanks, Karen.
Yeah.
She looked like a Karen.
Not the smartest.
One teen we found tonight said she's done her own version of the challenge.
We just we put it on blindfolds, and then we were walking around the house, and that's all.
And then he tied me up.
Get hurt.
Kinda.
Take a drink. I really wonder.
All right, there you have it. Netflix tweeted tonight. Can't believe I have to say.
So that's what Netflix says. This they say we can't believe we got to say this, but please do not hurt yourself with this Bird Box Challenge. We don't know how this started. We appreciate your the love.
Please do not hurt yourselves.
But boy and girl have just on a wish for 2019 is that you not end up in the hospital due to memes or memes.
Yeah, I really liked that they named that the kids just were called boy and girl in that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, for until the very end.
Until the very end, she named them. But if you look in the credits and stuff, they're credited as boy, girl.
You need something to do. I did think that. I would never try it, but I went in my head that I wonder if I could use the GPS just to go somewhere on my phone, because obviously my car doesn't do that.
Yeah. But like I said, I think you need those proximity sensors too. The things to tell you if you're about to hit something.
Sandra Bullock talks about I think Ellen DeGeneres asked her, was it difficult to yell at the kids during filming? And I think she said no. Here, let's listen.
You're so sweet, and when you were yelling at them, I just thought that must have been so hard to yell at those kids. Actually, it was really easy. Why is that?
Oh, Sandy
Because
B.
you never let yourself get to that place unless you're really scared. If your child runs out into the street, you don't go, get back here. You go, what are you doing? Get over here. But you don't get to that place because there's usually people watching. So you're like, get
Me too.
So you got to be those things that you aren't allowed to be when you're really, really scared.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Yeah. We saw a different side of Sandy.
Is she married?
I believe so, yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
She was
with Jesse
married.
J for a minute.
Yeah, that Jesse James guy.
Jesse James, not Jesse J. Oh.
Ended up, I guess, cheating on her or something.
If she was with Jesse J, the singer.
Oh, my dear God.
Bang, bang.
Bang. Sandy is beautiful. Do you want to know what would be in a perfect world? Besides Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston, when they get back together, my world will be complete. Or Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Or Kirsten. No, Kristen.
I hate you.
Can I tell you what would be better? If Sandy and Keanu Reeves just flipping married each other.
She is with a man named Brian Randall.
That's not Keanu.
Brian.
Would you love Keanu and her to be together?
No, she can do better than Keanu.
You
also, she's taller than you.
There's no rhyme or reason. That was like just an insult.
No,
just
she is taller than you. Because otherwise,
how
you guys
tall is she?
5'7".
I'm taller than 5'7". God.
Look at her beautiful husband or partner.
Oh, Keanu's better looking than him.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Put it on the screen. Look up Brian Randall.
Brian Randall.
Oh, look at Brian. He's 53 years old. Look at that
Keanu's
man.
77.
He's 1,000. He's a vampire is what he is.
All right, Brian
Randall.
Randall.
He's got just an awful name, but God.
I'm going to look at this. There's no doubt obviously he's a good-looking fella.
My God.
He is a good-looking. If you text TV to 71090, you can see what we're doing here. He's a good-looking fella.
My God.
I don't like his chin goes directly to a point. Like he could mine for gold by just.
Oh, you mean with his nice, beautiful, strong salt and pepper chin?
Yeah. What does he do besides?
He's a photographer.
Okay.
He should be on the other end of the camera. He's so beautiful.
He is good looking. No Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is not a good looking man, and he has no discernible talent.
That's right. No, I do agree with you on that. He shouldn't be where he is at all. You want to talk about somebody that should be not on that side of the camera? That's Keanu. But he is a really nice guy. Here's Sandy talking about Keanu Reeves.
I think about how
Why do you have this audio ready? Why do you have this ready?
I don't know.
I thought this happened organically. Is this always your plan to somehow get Sandy Keanu together audio?
Oh, now look how disgusting he does. Look at that picture. He does look really disgusting. But don't you feel bad? Don't you think Sandy could help him be happy?
Yeah, I think so.
He just will not. He lives so hard in the past. He will not let go of the past.
I just love him wearing a sports coat, but with a V-neck T-shirt, wearing waterproof hiking boots, the boots you wear when you forgot to take the trash out, and you just toss them on quick. Eating a sandwich on a park bench is my favorite photo in the world.
He talks about this. He brings mention to it.
Because doesn't he say, he's like, I'll
find the audio and we can play it next.
You already have it, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's hear this audio with Sandy and him. Sandy B.
Keanu, quick story. When he was in it, he's really hard to interview because he's so quiet and sad. They asked him, they go, so I heard you live in a 1-bedroom apartment that's like 400 square feet. They go, you just got done doing Matrix like a year ago. You could afford a bigger place. And he goes, I'd just be alone in all those rooms. He goes, why would I need that many rooms to be alone in? Here's Sandy talking about Keanu.
I think about how sweet Keanu Reeves was and how handsome he was. It was hard. It was really, it was hard for me to like really be serious. Like he would look at me and I'd be like, and I'd have to try to, and his job was just to keep my dress sort of kept flying up. So his job was to I said, whatever you do, just keep my dress down. And the whole stunt, like he just made sure my dress.
That's sweet.
Very sweet.
Did y'all get together? Did you date him?
Never dated him.
Really?
There was just something about me that I guess he didn't like.
That's not true.
I think it's true.
No.
He was
probably intimidated.
Not at all. There's nothing to intimidate. I'm not that.
Yes, you are.
But I think we're probably friends for that long because we didn't.
Yeah.
I think y'all kind of started your career, too. Like, that's when speed really catapulted them.
She had to find a reason.
What?
That he didn't like her personally. And the reason that they never hooked up. Because she knows how beautiful she is. She's like, there just must be something about me he doesn't like. Because look at me. But then again, if Sandy B came up to me right now and said, you're going to ruin your marriage over this because it's going to happen and I'm going to call your wife immediately during, my pants would already be off.
If Sandy B came up to me and said, you have to hold my dress down for the entire 6 months of this movie, I would say, okay. And do I get paid? I don't care.
Yeah, I would be like, can I use my teeth?
Mm-hmm. So just a few things here. I'm going to try to see what that meme of Keanu that happened years ago of him eating a sandwich looking all sad. We'll see if we can find that audio of him talking about it. We do have a take from Jake and Tanner on the way. Last 7 o'clock hour. Grover. On Sesame Street. There's a big Laurel and Yanny thing going on. Did he use the F word?
I think he should. I think if he did use it, Sesame Street just got a little edgier, and I like it.
We'll talk about it next. Also, apparently, 9-car accident, 41 southbound, right in front of Fox Valley Christian Academy.
Oof.
Traffic is at a crawl. Tow trucks have just arrived. It's a Jake and Tanner show. More of it next. I don't know what's going on with the accident. I'm sure it's still happening.
Yeah.
Or still some cars. Not well. Let me just read this. I'm trying to figure out how to say this now as I was looking for the text here. 9-car accident, 41 southbound, right in front of the Fox Valley Christian Academy. Traffic is at a crawl. FYI, it is the Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, my name is Jake.
Hi, Jake. I'm Tanner.
Hi, Tanner.
Hi.
So prepare yourself for another Yanny versus Laurel.
Cannot wait.
I don't know how long ago that was.
Last year.
Was it only last year?
Yeah.
Where some people were hearing Yanny and other people were hearing Laurel. Now, this clip from Sesame Street is circulating online and sparking a debate as whether the Grover is saying something perfectly acceptable or is he saying
the F word?
But I'm going to play it because he's not. They even went through and said he's not saying the F word. Okay. Well, how do you want me to...
Just do it. Because if he's not saying it, it's still pretty...
Okay.
I think we're fine.
They stated that he's obviously not. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sesame Street's not doing this.
They let that through, yeah.
Let me say what people are thinking it's saying. That's a F word. That's in a blank excellent idea.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you ready? Tell me if you hear it.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera. Yes. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay, now, wait.
Dump that!
Wait. He says, though, all he's saying is, yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. He's saying, yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
No way. Sounds doesn't have that hard K.
Hold on, because I did this again and I heard it. And I went, oh, yeah, he's not saying the F word, obviously.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
All
okay.
Right.
Move it to follow you.
Move the camera. Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
No, it just sounds.
Wait. I feel like because of it's in our headphones. Can you get it on your computer? Because I played it twice when I heard it at home and I'm like, oh my God, he is saying the F word. But then I played it when I got here and I didn't have headphones on. And I did it twice and I'm like, oh, he is saying yes, that sounds like an excellent idea. But okay. My God. On the text line, what are you hearing? 71090. Are you hearing that sounds like an excellent idea or are you hearing the F word? Obviously, it is not the F word.
I'm playing it on my phone.
Okay, hold on.
I hear sounds. Sounds.
Now you hear sounds?
Yeah.
Okay,
I can switch it in my head.
There, sounds. I heard sounds there.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah, no, that is Laurel Yanny because I can. If I think F word, I hear F word. If I think sounds, I hear sounds.
What did you hear? 71090. Could you imagine if they accidentally Grover just had enough?
Let that through.
Grover's one of my favorite, by the way.
I never watched that show, even as a kid. Never. I
didn't care for it, but if I had to pick one Sesame Street that I think is super good looking, would be Grove's.
Is there any animal that you don't want to make love to?
Grover's not really an animal.
He's not a person.
You know, they switched that to, I just found this out, last year, but they did it's 30 minutes now. It used to be an hour.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know?
No, because somebody had told that to me over the weekend. Well, I call it the last 12 days of the weekend.
Sure.
And I was like, they could have been 15 minutes for all I know. I never watched Sesame Street.
Do you know what one I didn't really care for? Is Mr. Rogers. I wish I liked Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but I wish he was a bigger
part of my childhood. Yeah,
because he's that guy that is
everybody
amazing.
Loves, and he was such a great person. But he wasn't that. Bob Barker and Bob Ross
are your two people.
Made a bigger impact on my life than Mr. Rogers.
I got sucked down a weird Bob Ross YouTube hole, and you know how many profound things that guy said?
Everything he's ever said had a hidden meaning. If it comes out that Bob Ross was just Jesus, I would have been like, well, of course he was.
Yeah, Jesus.
Did you ever hear him talk?
He was like...
He could take all of his words, and that could be the New Testament of the Bible.
Well, I don't...
Why not?
At one point, it's like he was talking directly to me and my dad being an alcoholic. It went from like, the swaying trees. And remember, you don't need alcohol to have this much fun. And then he went on to a whole thing, and I'm like, yeah, you don't.
You don't need it.
Started crying. One of my favorites is one of your stories you talk about when they just all of a sudden they pan over and he's petting a deer or something.
Yeah, there's one episode where he goes up to a deer and I really like to take him home. But that's not where he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be out here in the woods. And even though I think he's cute, I think I'll leave him here.
I think,
and then it goes back. No, the first episode, he's painting and he's like, I'm just going to put a happy little tree here. Then it pans away and he's feeding a baby squirrel with a bottle. And he's like, look at this baby squirrel and how cute he is. He's the cutest little baby squirrel in the world. He's going to do some great things this day. And he puts him down and he's like, okay, now I'm going to put a bush over here. And remember, there's no such thing as an accident. There's just happy little mistakes.
So a woman in Waukesha. I didn't know this was in Wisconsin. I saw that you sent over this story. And I heard you talk about it yesterday, and I clicked on it this morning. I didn't know that it was from Wisconsin.
Waukesha. I started the story. This is how I started telling it to you yesterday. I downloaded an app on my phone called Local News that gives me local news.
Okay.
Then I said, this happened in your neck of the woods.
Oh, you did? Yeah, you did.
And then I think I ended it with, only in Wisconsin is this acceptable.
Hey, somebody said, don't you guys have a program to slow down Grover talking to see what he's saying? I don't want to, because if it comes out that he's been saying the F word, we're just blasting it on air.
Yeah, what if it really comes out of, yes, that's fun. No!
I want to do it.
I don't want to.
Okay, let's do it on break.
What if at the end you find a little whisper of him shooting out a racial slur? Like, well, he doesn't have a potty mouth, but he hates Jewish people.
Okay, so a woman in Waukesha. And of course I should have known this was from Waukesha. It's about a drunk dude sleeping on a dog bed in some stranger's house. Here, we'll just have
out. With a guard dog, a Waukesha woman started the new year with that surprising sight. Instead of scaring the man away, her 120-pound guard dog snuggled with him. Sarah Tamer,
I think that's
from our sister state.
That's how you know the
120-pound dog.
That's how you know the intruder was probably a pretty good guy.
Yeah,
because it seems like if you were breaking in, going to steal some things. Unless your dog is just that lazy.
My dog does not care.
Oh,
if
no.
anybody does your dog bark when people come in the house?
No, he's not a big. I'm training him so he doesn't go nuts. Like he goes nuts at the door. Like he wants to see who's there because he's weary and excited at the same time.
Mine does not care.
Anybody
walks in the house. He's the worst dog in the world.
Station in Milwaukee, WISN has the story.
All right.
Yeah, you protect us, don't you?
When Lynn Sarver woke up at 5:15 this morning.
So I woke up and I saw this guy laying right here with the dog.
Oh.
She checked to make sure the man laying with her dog Benton wasn't her son.
You know, because he had.
Which, by the way, how big this dog is? That's a toddler bed. That is a toddler mattress that they put a sheet over for him to lay on.
Also, how old is her son?
I don't know.
Because if there was an intruder in my home, I could instantly tell if it was my 2-year-old or not.
Well, this is what she says, isn't it?
Dark hair and it's kind of the same size.
It wasn't.
Okay.
An intruder who had too much to drink walked into Lynn's home and slept next to Benton, a 120-pound mastiff, and is supposed to scare intruders away. Except that's not what happened.
When we saw him, the dog was sleeping on top of him. We called 911 when we were hiding in the kitchen.
Benton, despite guard dog instincts, didn't make a sound.
What would you do? Honest to God, if you
I've had this happen to me.
Yeah, you did. But how old were you? You had dad as protection, though.
I was.
I'm saying
16.
if you being a father now, and there's a stranger in your house sleeping on your dog bed.
I'd keep the family away and then figure out what's going on.
Would you go wake him up?
Yeah, I'd wake him up, see what's going on.
Well, that's
my neck of the woods, though. I leave my front door not just unlocked, open.
I know. Ask me where my key is to my house. I have no idea.
Oh,
and I just don't.
Can't remember.
Here, stop. I know where that's going. That's in a fishbowl, okay? I'll just M&M you. I'll just take the joke myself. Anyway, so let's continue on. So she wakes up. this intruder in her house, sleeping on a dog bed with her 120 bull mastiff.
Just mastiff. They just said mastiff.
Is laying on top of him, which is supposed to protect the family.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
A cuddle session with an intruder who apologized and went to the right home.
Well, I think it's just kind of a freak thing. You know, I mean, he didn't mean any harm, and he was a very nice kid, basically.
Now, police did not arrest the intruder. His mom told our sister station his friends dropped him off. Lynn Sarver says she's just happy everyone's safe, but she's going to have a serious talk with Benton about snuggling.
That's funny. Go on.
Did he live near?
2 houses down.
2 houses down. Okay.
He was a 21-year-old drunk, and he went out and partied, and the friends dropped him off at that house. If you look at if they showed an outside view, it kind of looked the same. Hammered drunk walks in and just lays there next to the dog. That's to Milo. And when she woke him up, he was very apologetic, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And you could tell the dog probably knows who the heck he is. I mean, she had to have known who he is, right?
I don't know. I know you know all your neighbors.
I do know all my neighbors.
But I don't know the neighbor. I know my neighbor who's next to me. I don't know his neighbor.
That is bizarre because I lived like that.
You don't know the people that are 2 houses down from you.
That's so
They're
weird.
Strangers
in my
to you.
neighborhood, we know flipping everyone.
Everybody inside and out.
Stop. No, we really do.
Just saying.
Yeah. I want to get through this and talk about how awesome our neighborhood is without going into Swingville.
I'm just saying. That's a good way to get to know somebody.
No, we do.
Like Tinder built an entire system on getting to know people that way.
Fredoninder.
Fredinder.
No, it is I will tell you, it is a bizarre thing. And that's one of the reasons why my wife, when I said, hey, Tanner and I are going to move the show to Appleton, and she goes, oh, cool.
So when we buy in this house, because I'm not leaving.
No, I swear to God, it was very like, okay, I'm done moving with. It's awful to move this many times. Yeah,
we don't have family, and these people are family to us now.
Yeah, and you get sick of moving. I've moved that girl around so many times. It's kind of the saying. I think Kayla may have an issue if you were like, "Hey, we're going to move the show."
No, she ain't moving.
Yeah, that's
we got to have to be. If we're moving the show,
we're getting divorced.
A stupid amount of money.
And for another woman, apparently, because our women will not go with us.
Yeah. Well, they're going to live together.
What's happening in my head right now?
I know what's happening in there.
Oh my God, Bob just showed up. I don't know why your dad's there. Get out. Put Lisa there.
No, stop. Why is my mom? We're talking about our wives. Our wives. And you turn this into a weird thing.
I'm sorry.
Can't we just have one time where our wives hook up and my parents don't show up?
All right.
One time.
Moving past this.
Thank you.
On the way. So a guy shot at another guy 3 different times.
What?
Do you want me to tell you why right now?
No.
The justification of why he did it's amazing, though.
Okay. Tell me.
Well, he thought he was a Bigfoot. And what he says about it, I thought was funny and interesting, and he should be locked up.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next.
Let's hear it.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning.
No.
Look at the car.
They said that they would only do it if it was a flesh-colored car.
Really?
But they were like, just call it Peach.
We're talking about the ambiguously gay duo on Saturday Night Live.
Which actually started on the Dana Carvey show in 96.
They still don't do that, do they, on Saturday Night Live?
No, I don't believe so. Well, it's because Colbert and Steve Carell were the voices of it.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, voiced by Steve Colbert and Steve Carell, because they were both on the Dana Carvey show. That's where they got their start.
It's the Jake and Tanner show. Hi, my name is Jake.
Hi, Jake. My name is Tanner.
We're going to be playing a take from Jake and Tanner here in just a few minutes. So if you want to try to win $80, 866-916-0959. You know, I was thinking, Know-It-All Noah has been for the last couple months giving us trivia, writing trivia. And it's a huge help. And I went, he's going to forget when we come back from vacation.
Did he not?
No, he didn't.
Damn right. No. Know-It-All knows it.
We got these.
Know-It-All Noah knows it.
Yeah. And we're going to find out his questions and see if you know them next. But first, here's a few things that happened in January of 2009. 10 years ago.
Oh, my God.
No. Yeah, 10 years ago. Tell me if it feels like it's been that long.
Okay.
All the single ladies. That does to me. That feels like it's 10 years old, right?
Yeah. It just sucks that now it is officially 10 years old.
What about Lady Gaga's Just Dance?
That always felt old to me.
Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire debuted 2009. Not a big deal.
Yeah. These are all songs. See, this is where it's going to be weird because, 2008, 2009 was my junior year in high school. That was my big party year.
Wait, why?
So now, this is weird because now I'm hearing all these. Oh, these are all 10 years old, and it's like, no, I remember going to the cabin and listening to these songs new.
Well, yeah, no. When I was back home, we were going to this reindeer farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling my kids because
they grow reindeer.
Yeah, they grow reindeer in Michigan. And I went, you could take a right on Stevenson Lake Road, and that's where we were going to go. And I go, hey, by the way, kids, and they don't care, but I do.
Not at all.
I go, if we were to take a left right now, 2 miles would be my old house that I grew up in. But they don't care to see that.
No.
And then I went, I wonder what I'd be doing 20 years ago. And then I went, oh yeah, I'd be 18. I don't even know if I was. To me, 20 years ago, I was a little kid.
Yeah, you were Piper's age.
But I was 18 20 years ago. Oh, my God.
You were a thinking adult. You were smoking for 5 years by then.
Taylor Swift's Fearless was the #1 album, 2009.
God,
that was her first time, 2009, to host Saturday Night Live.
That was such a good album.
Chris Pratt and Anna Faris announced they were engaged.
Oh, now they're divorced because he got good looking.
Yep.
She dated him when he was fat.
Yeah, she loves Chris Pratt.
She loved his personality.
Here, I think Anna Faris loves the real Chris Pratt.
Yep.
I don't think the real Chris Pratt is that guy.
I can't hear it without thinking crisp rat anymore.
I think Johnny Depp said, money, all that does, actually, now I'm going back with what I'm saying because it kind of makes sense with what Johnny Depp said. He said, once you become rich, all it does is brings out the real person. If you were a jerk, but if you have a ton of money and you become an a-hole, your real personality is just an a-hole.
I guess, yeah, because you're living on a zero consequences kind of way.
You just get to do what you want, when you want, how you want.
I think that's the only way for him to justify the way he is.
By the way, PR people are working overtime on that guy, Chris Pratt, because he loves anytime he wins an award or something, he's talking about God.
He loves
all the time.
Jeebus.
He loves him. Love Jeebus too, but I ain't winning an award. Well,
he didn't do nothing. Yeah, we didn't win. When we won our awards, we didn't thank Jeebus.
But he's talking about hunting and talking about killing animals and how if they raise these type of animals just to kill and eat, and that's fine, they do. But you got to understand, a lot of his fans are not living in Fredonia or Coatmish, which they are. But he's got a big fan group that are not living in the backwoods.
Well,
so
LA,
that's weird.
New York, where a lot of people don't hunt, and they think it's wrong to hunt. I don't think it's wrong to hunt if you're doing it for food. I do like saying that it's murder because it gets hunters all riled up.
They get so mad.
Because I don't care, but I'll go during hunting season, being, hey, did you murder any helpless animals this weekend?
Again,
it's not murder. It's called control.
My favorite was when my two buddies from back home, all they do is they live and breathe hunting. Yeah. And I was at that table and I said, and they didn't get anything, and I knew that. And I said, hey, I got as many deer as you guys did, and I didn't go hunting this year.
I didn't have to spend as much money as
Neither
you did.
of them laugh.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Fergie and Josh Duhamel got married in 2009.
Oh, now he's married to North Dakota.
Yeah, that was a weird one to go from Fergie. I mean, North Dakota's a little prettier than Fergie, so I get it, but...
I do understand it.
Joaquin Phoenix said he was quitting acting to pursue a rap career. Do you remember that?
No, but I love that.
They did a document. No, he stayed into character like crazy.
Oh, no.
He's a huge method actor, and he stayed in this character where Ben Affleck's brother, I forget his name now, not Jane. Oh God, that's gonna drive me nuts. What's Casey Affleck?
Oh,
directed a movie
what happened
where
to him?
I don't know. Well, he was directing a movie with Joaquin playing this rap artist, but they went like it was true, and he went on David. It was a really bad interview because he was acting this character, and David was trying to be like, okay, you're just acting this, right? And he was being this.
Yeah.
We'll watch it off.
We want Joaquin. We don't want whatever your character is.
He's
right now.
super method.
Remember that he'll kill himself after the Joker?
Who?
Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
Because he's the Joker now.
I don't. See, and that's another thing that you youngins believe that he killed himself because he got so hardcore into.
I want him to kill himself after it. It's not because I don't like Joaquin Phoenix. It's because I want the Joker to be one of those cursed parts where if you run it, you die.
Like Family Feud.
What?
Yeah, every host has had like something horrible happen to them hosting the. Look at serious.
The Family Feud curse.
Yeah, seriously. That's interesting. See if you can look any of that up. See if there's like some talking points on that. Hey, you know Kelly Rowland? You got a tattoo of her.
I used to.
Oh, it's not. You don't have it anymore?
No. Now it's Kelly Ripa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not any better. She announced she would no longer be repped by her longtime manager, Matthew Knowles, which is Beyonce's dad. That was in 2009. Faye Dunaway and Hillary Duff, that's my girl, Hillary Duff. That's when they had their feud. I didn't even know they had a feud. Hillary Duff may be the prettiest woman on the planet besides my wife.
She listening?
Could be. Jessica Simpson got internet in a tizzy after wearing those infamous jeans.
Jessica Simpson 2009 jeans. Let me see.
You remember?
Here, I'll just come over. Those are the worst pairs of
I love them.
Apparel I've ever seen in my entire life. Why?
I don't know.
Is it because you like flare jeans?
I do love flare jeans, and at one point they're going to come back.
You like them tied on your thighs but loose on the ankles?
Did you think this was 2009? I thought this was years ago.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
Holy cow.
I didn't feel anything.
This is David after the dentist.
They tried doing more of them.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Is this real life?
I thought that was...
No.
I guess 2009 was 10 years ago. I'm still thinking 2009 was like a year ago. Yeah. Wow. The Oscar nominations were announced, and as expected, Heath Ledger received nomination for Best Supporting Actor.
Why did you attack me when I said... Because wasn't that the thing that he mentally broke after that? I know he had his own problems and demons.
He was just on pills, and he took it. Like, Christian Bale said it perfect, because Christian Bale is a method actor also. He's a nutbag. And he said, because somebody brought that up, an interview said, so he got so much into character that he ended up killing himself. And he goes, and he even said to the interview, he goes, you're an idiot to believe that. You don't think somebody as great as Heath was could separate the two? You actually think he got so deep in the mentally insane of the Joker that he ended up killing himself?
Doesn't that somewhat make him a better actor in your brain?
Yeah,
in
definitely.
my head, that made him a better actor to me, that he got so into character that it drove him insane.
Yeah,
I
don't
like
believe
that concept.
And I like Heath, but I feel like there's only one dude that would do that.
And it's Heath.
It's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Man,
I feel like that guy may do it. If that happened.
Now, if Joaquin Phoenix kills himself after the Joker comes out,
I just feel like you can separate.
That Heath did it?
No. Maybe.
Daniel Day-Lewis
maybe.
can't. He's going to be a dress designer now. He does a movie called Stitch, and now he's apparently like one day you and I are going to buy our daughters Daniel Day-Lewis.
That is weird. Katy Perry said she was taking a vow of celibacy.
What is celibacy? Is that no sex till marriage?
Yeah, I think so.
Or at all? No, because that's abstinence. Celibacy is none.
Do you know what TV show I do not like and people love? Mad Men.
I never watched it.
I never have either. And said in 2009, Mad Men won Best Television Series. And then 30 Rock, Best Television Series also for a musical comedy.
For a musical comedy?
I guess. 2009, Paul Blart, Mall Cop, and Taken were among the movies released into theaters.
Oh, Taken.
I felt like Mall Cop was like yesterday.
Ugh. I never saw Mall Cop. I always thought it was the dumbest thing in the world.
The Miracle on the Hudson happened 10 years ago.
Oh, my God. That messes with me. Because I remember saying, man, that Sully thing just happened. Why are they already making a movie about it?
We were just watching Tom Hanks little clip yesterday.
Yeah. Tom Hanks is too good of an actor. He's too good of an actor. And he can separate it. He's not like Heath Ledger and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Maybe my issue is this. I love Heath, but maybe my issue is I go, Heath isn't a good enough actor to do that, to get that method. Do you know what I mean? Maybe in my brain that's a weird little
well, maybe that's the thing. He wasn't good enough to separate it, to be method, and he didn't have a cabin like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Also, when I listened to Christian Bale, he's so strong and opinionated. I went, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And I don't want to disagree with him because he scares me.
Yeah, because he'll come and punch me in the face.
Has anybody seen, Tanner showed me this, but if you get a chance, if you know who Christian Bale is, look up Dick Cheney, Christian Bale, because he's playing
the movie Vice.
He's playing Dick Cheney in it, and it is the transformation that he made to be that guy
is insane.
Insane.
I didn't know that movie was a comedy.
What?
It's up for Best Comedy of the Year.
Vice?
Vice is up for Best Comedy of the Year.
Well, it's kind of like they made fun of The Martian for that. Do you remember Matt Damon, The Martian? They put that.
I just watched that. Yeah.
They said
that's stupid that got a con.
Well, they said they did. There were so many good movies. They wanted to put The Martian, and they weren't going to not put The Martian in somewhere, but it didn't fit into that the drama.
That's why after that I lost a lot of respect for the Golden Globes and the Oscars and stuff, because they said The Martian needs to win, but other movies were better than it this year, so let's put it in a category it doesn't belong in.
And finally, 10 years ago,
this thing from a comedy.
Barack Obama was sworn in, 44th president of the United States of America 10 years ago. It's funny.
That wasn't his first.
It says 2009.
My God, it would have been.
I was watching In Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis. I've been on a kick with that for some reason. And he was doing one with Hillary Clinton.
That's my favorite one. That and the Barack Obama one are my favorite, because when he does
Barack
the Trump
is so
button.
Great. Yeah. On that. Well, he said this to Hillary. He goes, is it weird to you that to some young people, you're going to be the first white female president? You'll be the first white president. That's crazy to think. Yeah. Anyway, we ran out of time. You want to do a take from Jake and Tanner next?
Yeah.
I guess.
Why not?
Okay, we can. We're going to try giving away money. We're going to do that in just a few minutes. Are they driving him to the hospital while he's doing that? That's going to clog some arteries, right?
Well, he's had a heart attack. He has a pacemaker currently.
Yeah,
what we're talking about is my father-in-law.
Wait. Say that for one of your things.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, it's Jake and Tanner Show. My name is Jake. Talking about food makes me hungry because I am on a diet until Mexico. Mm-hmm. And it's driving me insane.
My name is Tanner, and my wife just sent me a picture of a half of a chocolate Long John that's being eaten with a fork and covered in butter. Because my father-in-law literally puts butter on everything.
Why a Long John? Was that got custard in it?
Not all of them have custard. I don't think this one does.
Okay.
But it's still frosted.
Yeah.
It's still a donut.
For poor man's donut, my mom would do toast.
Butter, sugar, cinnamon?
No, and put frosting on it. But I used to do cinnamon toast like that. But she would just frost toast. And
that's what you're supposed to do with graham crackers.
And we do that too. We would do graham. Man, I grew up I had no fruit in the house. It was always, those were our poor man snacks, though, where butter on crackers was another snack that I would have.
Saltine and butters?
Yeah. So a little while ago, we were talking about Keanu Reeves and why he's so sad. And it all started with, I believe, that picture of that Mimi.
Yes, that picture of Keanu Reeves eating a sandwich alone on a park bench.
Now, and I wanted to say he actually talks about this, and if he's sad in real life or not, because that's a big rumor that he just holds on to all these, he will never let go of the past.
There's this sort of mythology that surrounds you, that you're sad.
By the way, text TV to 71090 and you can watch this with us.
Yeah.
That there's this whole sad Keanu thing. That you're somebody who carries quite a lot of burdens around with you, and what's all that about?
Well, that started with a paparazzo picture of me eating a sandwich. It was an internet kind of aspect that was run. And that was a kind of...
This is why he's so hard to interview.
Yeah, because that's... he could have just said it's a meme.
Yeah. At one point, I think David Letterman was saying this when he had Keanu on. He goes, oh my God, you take forever to answer questions, because he would pause for like 25 seconds and he goes, I'm just trying to figure out how to say this so you'll understand. And he's like, well, you could just talk. Just talk too.
Someone just decided to take this paparazzo picture and create this event on the internet of kind of sad Keanu Day.
Did that strike you that it can just a moment can be taken out of context? That someone can take a photograph of any moment.
People deal with that every day, do you not?
Yeah, but they don't then have the whole world discussing whether
he's
or not.
So dry.
Well, did you hear I think he was making a little jab at them. You guys deal with that every day, don't you not? Like, he's saying you news people take everything out of context all the time.
That's true, yeah.
You're sad or not? I mean, we don't have to deal with that. And then suddenly everyone's talking about you.
It was good, clean fun.
You see, it's fun. It's just
I just watched him do The Matrix.
Yeah,
like that's his character.
Or John Wick.
Yeah, right there.
Like he could have said that at the end of murdering somebody with a piano wire, and he could have just said it was just good, clean fun.
With that being said, John Wick is my movie pass, where I go, I'll watch this just to have fun, because I don't watch movies to have fun.
You know what's fun when you watch that movie is when you see how many one camera shots there are, where it's just one camera following him around and all that choreography. That's what I find fun about it, that he was able to learn that.
So I'm watching this and I'm enjoying John Wick, and then I went, oh, this is what Fast and the Furious people must do.
Yeah.
They must like it. Like, I'm just allowing myself to have fun with it.
But you have to admit, and we know, because you just said it, they're a movie for fun. The people that... But I guess it could be like when The Walking Dead got really crappy, where it's, I've devoted so much time into this, I have to see how it ends. It's on Fast 19.
I don't
so
like people
I put so much time into this, I got to see how the story ends.
Right, but I feel
like
that Fast and the Furious fans will not admit that it's a crappy movie. And I'm saying that John Wick's not the greatest, but it's fun. But you never hear them say that about Fast and the Furious.
Didn't Cartman say that? Cartman
actually did say that.
He admits that, Yes, they're bad movies,
Carmen
but they're
is another
fun.
DJ.
Yeah.
Actually, birthday station. He goes by, I think, Fife there. But remember, what's her name? Who I liked. I thought she was awesome, but when she said this, I go, I don't ever want to talk to you again.
Brie.
She stated that Fast and the Furious
movies and the storyline is amazing. You're wrong. They're not. They're not great.
Let's hear him acting more. Or his
part of
life. This is him trying to act like a person.
In that kind of aspect, absolutely. I mean, it's not quite harm. I mean, do I wish that I didn't get my picture taken and while I was eating a sandwich on the streets of New York? Yeah.
Because it strikes me that you're actually a very private person.
Yeah.
That you don't appreciate a lot of intrusion. And
do you think he's looking at these people going, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I think the only thing playing in his head is, I'm not qualified to answer these questions. But they're only questions about his personal life. It's like he's trying to BS his way through an interview because he made a weird statement online about quantum physics.
I think they lost the interview. They lost the interview because they thought
he's not good at interviews.
Right. They thought he would take over and talk about that, and he's doing a real crappy job of kind of explain it. So they keep asking more and more, kind of like we do.
Well, most interviews, when you get somebody to interview, they have an agenda on why they're there, and they've done so many of them that they know the story they want to tell. So basically, it's like that a lot with comedians, where you just set them up to tell their story.
A lot of talk shows, you can see that.
Yeah, anytime you do an interview, they bring up something to set up the guest for a story. But Keanu Reeves isn't that guy.
No.
He's just going to answer your question. He's not going to... Like when they said, there's a picture of you going on the internet. They wanted him to talk 10 minutes about how it's private. I'm actually a fun guy.
Yeah,
and I did this weekend. He was, it was a paparazzo, and I was just eating a sandwich.
You live in a world where gossip and photographs and the
They're
internet...
still trying to get him to talk about it.
Of your life of lots of people's lives all the time.
Yes, they do, yeah.
And
I don't know.
Look at he doesn't know. He doesn't.
I don't know. I can't.
She even said,
comfortable position to be in, is it?
It depends on what position it's putting you in. I mean, in general, you want to lead a private life. You don't necessarily want to be followed or having dinner, or if you're with friends and family, you don't want to be, it's not fun. And then
I don't blame him. That's basically it. It would suck sitting here doing those interviews. I feel bad. That's why we don't do these a lot, because people that come in, they don't really want to do it.
They don't.
That's a lot of their PR people. Like, he has to go. Whatever movie he's doing, in his contract states you have to do so many interviews, and he doesn't want to do these.
But he does them because he got paid.
Basically. All right.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else said this. Michael Jackson died in 2009.
That was 10 years ago.
It's almost been 10 years since Michael Jackson died. It was like July of 2009, wasn't it? I was going to go June, but I wanted to say July.
That's okay.
July.
So 866-916-0959. Yeah, we got to give away some money.
Did we play yesterday?
We did.
Oh, I was just going to... Never mind.
Against a Lucas.
Oh, yeah, and I kicked his behind.
$80 up for grabs with big thanks to Prospera Credit Union, Life Stage Personal Guidance. So again, if you want to play, 866-916-0959. 5 simple questions. Big thanks to Trivia Noah for doing this, or Know It All Noah.
Know It All Noah.
One of our listeners come up with all these trivia questions. Hi, who's this?
Hey guys, it's Jim.
Jim!
Everybody gets a free pass, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
For the new year.
For the new year, Jimmy.
So,
Jim, tell me something about you that we don't know.
I don't know if I was in the Army. Did you know that?
You were?
Yeah.
Why? No.
Yeah, I did. I was in 4 years, and then I was deployed to Iraq twice. So you're welcome for your freedom. He's
one of those guys.
Damn.
You're welcome.
I didn't know you were in the Army because you went 10 minutes without talking about it.
Oh, snap. Oh, Jim, you know how this game works, so I don't really need to explain it, but I have to.
Can I only win once now? What's the new rule for the game?
Well, I don't know.
Ticket.
Tanner apparently made a new rule where you can only play once. Well, you can't just keep calling. and play a few times a month. So if you were to call again and play in 6 months, I'm sure it'd be fine. And I don't even know if that rule. We'll probably forget about it in 3 days. All right, Jim, 5 questions, all right?
Time to beat Tanner. This is going to be the easiest $80 ever.
Remember, you can pass if you get stuck. Timer will begin when I'm done reading the first question. Tanner is out of the room right now. He cannot hear your answers. Are you ready, Jim?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Who was the main actor that starred in the 1995 post-apocalyptic science fiction film Waterworld?
Kevin Costner. Boom, best movie ever.
Carson City is the capital of what state?
Nevada.
Who was the opposing quarterback that helped defeat the Packers in the Super Bowl 32 in 1998?
That was John Elway.
What is the name of Han Solo's ship?
Millennium Falcon.
In the animated shorts Wallace and Gromit, what animal was Gromit?
Dog. Boom. 5 for 5.
Tanner!
I was going to say, you're interrupting my coffee making.
I want to say Jim did pretty well.
Damn.
Jim did do pretty well. We might go to a tie here.
No, Tanner sucks.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
You can't say anything.
Something nice.
All right, here we go. You know how this works. 5 questions.
Yeah.
Timer's going to begin when I'm done reading the first question. Who is the main actor that starred in the 1995 post-apocalyptic science fiction film Waterworld?
Kevin Costner.
Carson City is the capital of what state?
Pass.
Who was the opposing quarterback that helped defeat the Packers in the Super Bowl 32, 1998?
Pass.
What is the name of Han Solo's ship?
The Millennium Falcon.
In the animated short Wallace and Gromit, what animal was Gromit?
Dog.
Carson City is the capital of what state?
I want to say it is Missouri.
Who was the opposing quarterback 1998 Super Bowl 32? Beat the Packers.
Peyton Manning. Damn it.
He thinks he won already.
Yeah, I know he won.
Who was the main actor that starred in the 95 post-apocalyptic science fiction film Waterworld? Jim said the best actor ever. Kevin Costner. Tanner said Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Waterworld sucked. I watched it yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you this. Back in 1995, Lo, it was unbelievable. It was. I agree with you, Jim. Anyway, Kevin Costner. That is correct. Both you got a point. Carson City is the capital of what state? Tanner said Missouri. Jim said Nevada. Nevada is correct.
Damn.
Boom.
It's not my fault that Jim knows the capital of the state where hooking is legal.
What is the name of the Han Solo ship? Both of you said Millennium Falcon. You're both correct. You both said dog also is in animated shorts Wallace and Gromit. What animal was Gromit? Dog was correct. And finally, who was the opposing quarterback that helped defeat the Packers in Super Bowl 32 in 1998? Tanner said Peyton Manning.
Wrong.
Then he said shoot.
Yeah, because it was wrong. So wrong.
Jim said John Elway.
It was John Elway, wasn't it?
Broncos.
Yeah.
John Elway is correct. That means Jim got
Jim picked my... I knew he got 5 because you said there might be a tie.
Yeah.
And the only reason you would say that is if I got all 5.
Well, unless I knew a question that you might get wrong.
No. Yeah, maybe. But you would have said that. You would have said, like, yeah, there might be a tie or not.
Hey, Know-It-All Trivia, thank you for the questions again. Appreciate it. Jim, $80 thanks to Prospera Credit Union.
Damn.
Well, actually, I don't even need you to hang on the line. I got all your information. I can just put your last name in, okay?
Do we know his last name?
You don't?
Dude, it starts with like a Z. Could you spell it?
Hang on, Jim. You're right. All right.
It could literally, that Z could be followed by any vowel. I don't know.
So
I think it's a U.
20, we're back to 20 now for your Friday show because Jim had to ruin it.
Yeah, it's because of my
money.
Stupid dumb brain.
Anyway, again, big thanks to Prospera Credit Union. On the way next, commonly Googled questions. What do you think Wisconsin is?
It's got to be something about cheese.
Maybe.
Or what is Twitter?
That could be it, too. We'll talk about it next. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. You can text TV right now. See live in the studio if you want. TV to 71090. Hi, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. My name is Jake.
My name is Tanner.
Two hosts of this awful show. Kelly Davis.
Hey.
She's in the studio right now. Kelly, we apologize. I forgot that you were coming in, and then the phone rang, and it surprised me. And I was like, oh my god, that is today, because Katie is one of our sales peeps here, and you're friends with her, and
I sold her house.
You sold her house.
Get right up on that mic. So
by the way, Kelly Davis Homes, and this you own this, right? This is your.
I'm actually with Landro Fox Cities Realty.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
And I run my own team out of Landro Fox Cities Realty.
And were you friends with Katie prior?
Nope.
Okay,
I got to know her from selling her house.
And she said that you're going to be doing some advertising and whatnot. We're going to be doing some live reads with you, and and we were like, bring her in, but make sure she brings coffee.
Well, because we're not allowed to have interns for probably good reasons. So anytime anybody comes in, we have to abuse them, and it's why we don't get a lot of guests.
Now, did she mention to you? She said, "Hey, you should do live reads with us," or did you know us beforehand?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
That's
I know who you are, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
That's better for our egos.
Yes.
You gotta understand. All we are ego-driven.
Yes. We're just two bags of egos.
I'm so happy that you decided to do some live reads with us. We're gonna have some fun with you. And I'm reading on here these little notes here. You guarantee to sell a home in 90 days or less?
I do. Yes, I have a full team, and we absolutely do that. If the house doesn't sell within the first 90 days, then we will continue to advertise it.
It says here that
sell for free.
So
is that not unbelievable?
But 91 days the house sells. You get no commission on that?
Nothing. But your house will sell. I've never not sold a house.
In 90 days? Or ever?
Correct. Well, I've never not sold a house in 90 days.
How long does it normally take on average to sell?
I mean, our average days on market right now is about 3.
Wow.
It's a seller's market. It was last year. It will be this year from everything that they're predicting. It's a huge seller's market.
Yeah, I know.
Inventory is extremely low.
Yeah, because I'm selling a house, but I'm also trying to buy one too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a tough time. It's a harder time to be a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
But we hook our buyers up. We've got access to all the inventory the minute it hits the market. So they're getting it right away, right off the bat.
Now, how do you feel about like Zillow and Realtor and Trulia?
Well, they're good to look at. They're nice websites to look at.
Wait a minute. That's what it is, isn't it? Isn't that just a...
No.
I thought that's all you do is just look at houses there.
That's true. You do. But we have a tool that we hook our buyers up with. It's called a listing cart. And the listing cart, basically, once I start talking to you, you're telling me, Kelly, here's what I'm looking for in a house. I want this many beds, this many baths, this price range, etc. And then I'm going in and I'm setting up that criteria in the MLS.
Okay.
Then it's going to send you only the houses that actually meet that criteria going forward the minute they hit the market. So you're getting them as they come out. Because that's cool.
Because like I was looking at houses and I was on Zillow or whatever, and I live about 90 miles north of here, so out of your area. But
that's fine.
I was like, I found this one on Zillow, and he's like, that's been gone for 3 months.
Right.
Because they're not updated at all.
Correct. They like to drive people to their sites. So a lot of the inventory on there is already under contract, pending sale. What we're going to send you is going to be available in real time. So that's what's cool about it.
Well, I'm working also with somebody like you. It's so confusing to try to sell a house because we try it. We were thinking about doing it on our own. It is it's such a headache.
It is. It's really hard.
And especially with the connections that you know. Yeah, and it's just so much easier just to give it to Kelly Davis.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We take good care of everybody.
So we're excited. A lot of our live reads, we're going to have a lot of fun with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because our live reads just kind of, we go off the cuff. We go from what we experience. We'll talk about what you want, but we're going to talk about, things that involve our life. So we're really excited. You teamed up with a good person. You could have been with the birthday station. Nobody likes those people.
No. What do birthdays and buying houses have to do with anything?
Right. Nothing.
Right. We should do a live show from one of your open houses.
Hey, that would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. We are just in an empty house that the electricity has been turned off on, running everything off a generator.
There's some fun ones out there, let me tell you.
So really quick, if somebody's looking into selling a house, or what do they have to do? Where can they go right now?
So they can go to www.kellydavieshomes.com. So there is an E thrown in there. KELLYDAVIES.
Okay.
Homes.com. Okay?
Kelly Davies Homes.
You got it. Or they can call me anytime. 920-791-9047. That's our direct number.
And you're selling a home, it seems like, about every 3 days, you're saying. So,
yes.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
We're busy. It's super fun, though. We love it.
Because, like, when I'm looking at houses, some of the houses that I look at in my area, now, there's 800 people that live in my area, but they're on the market for 6 months. Or it says on there, been on here for 385 days.
Not here.
And it's like, you go into Appleton, you could change it, Appleton, Green Bay area. It's got to change every day.
Right.
That sucks.
We are prepared to jump on them because the minute a lot of these houses hit the market, if you're not out there within the first day, they're gone.
Oh my God. Buying a house is already so stressful, and then thinking that you found one that you love and you've got 3 days to buy it.
Yeah.
It is nice, though, when dealing with the Kelly Davies. Davies. Is it Davies?
Is it Davies, not Davis?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I thank my husband for that. That's okay.
Yeah, and it's, I love waking up or whatever, getting an email, and you have, 10, 15 houses that, because some of them you can't find online. You're like, oh, I didn't see this one. So that's really nice. And so when you're Googling her, KellyDaviesHomes.com, homes or just homes? Homes.
Yep.
Also, this is a great transition. You can hang out with us for a minute. The most Google should I questions in each state. Okay. Michigan. What do you think Michigan is? This is, again, should I?
It has to start with should I?
Yeah, should I?
Should I get a job or keep leeching off the government? It says no.
Well, of course.
Every time.
Of course, Michigan is should I vape?
Oh,
that's definitely a Michigan thing.
That's so Michigan.
Yeah, a lot of these. Wisconsin is should I lose weight? A lot of Texas is should I apologize?
No. and the answer for them is always no. It should say, should I apologize? No, shoot them. That's what it is in Texas.
Washington is should I delete Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah.
You honestly should.
We should do this. We should do a should I. If you have any, this would be fun for tomorrow. Again, I'm not saying anything good for the 8 o'clockers.
No.
If what's going on in your life is a should I, do you have any should I's? And then we will answer them for you.
Oh, yes. This is so much better. I have one. You can answer it.
Right.
Should I go home, slam a bottle of NyQuil, and go to bed at 3 o'clock? Or should I stay up until 8 o'clock playing video games and neglecting my family?
I'd probably say, well, the NyQuil, you're going to neglect them also if you go to sleep
they're
at 3.
Not going to be there, but at least I'd be helping myself, right?
Well, you'd be sleeping away your sickness.
Yeah. And that's better than just being sick and playing video games like a child.
Sure.
I say power through playing video games.
I would say that.
Yeah.
It
sounds more fun, right?
It's more fun.
Once,
yeah.
right?
YOLO! Nevada's cut my hair. Should I cut my hair?
There are so many other things that you should be asking, should I, in Nevada?
Florida, the most Googled should I question is, should I text him?
In where?
In Florida.
Oh.
Well, I thought
the only question should be, should I leave Florida? And that answer is always yes, unless you're a criminal.
Virginia, should I take naps?
Is that that's the East Coast, right? There's nothing right about the East Coast. We found out yesterday that Vermont is a garbage state. Nobody's ever come out of Delaware.
Michigan's the only one that's saying vape, by the way.
Florida's filled with either God's waiting room or felons.
God's waiting room.
Anyway,
started on
Pennsylvania,
the South.
should I have a baby? No, the answer is no.
Yeah, never have a baby.
Yeah. Do you have babies?
I have 2.
Yeah, 2's good. That's great.
An appropriate number of children to have.
Boy, girl. Oh, that's what we have. They over in our. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, how old?
3 and 6.
Which is the oldest?
The 6 is a boy.
Okay, the 6-year-old's a boy. Now, are you going to have any more? I know it's for super. Yeah,
no,
right?
Good.
Because it's awful. It's awful.
No, they're not fun.
You forget. That's the thing. You have the one, and then you start missing those baby stages and whatnot, and then you forget how incredibly difficult it is until that second one comes. You got to write notes. You got to have a journal and talk about how awful it is.
Agreed.
Yeah.
See, because my daughter's turning 3 this year.
Oh, no. You're fine. You need to have another one.
I'm
it's
not
so
having
fun.
another baby.
It's so fun.
I want to have. So we talked about this weekend about because I'm supposed to have a boy because it's I'm the last Shram. Otherwise, if I don't have a boy, my name doesn't go on.
Right.
And then I sat in bed and said, I don't care, I'll be dead. I really don't.
Not my problem.
It's not my problem at all. My DNA will still go on. It just won't have the same last name. But then my plan is that since I know my daughter's going to be divorced, she's not going to be a good person to be in a relationship with. I already know it. I'm raising her that way.
She treats you really bad.
She treats me bad already. So I'm hoping that she can get knocked up by like 16, 17.
Perfect.
Not take the other guy's name because he's going to leave immediately. And then she has a boy, but names him Shram. Okay. So then the name can go on.
Oh, then it'll carry on. Perfect.
Yes. That seems like a legit plan.
I hope you put that in her baby book.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, no, it already is.
Right next to her hair, a piece of her hair or tooth. So that's the voice of Kelly Davies. You can she's one of our real estate agents. She's going to be our real estate agent for the show because we're going to be doing live reads with her, and she's going to be doing some advertising. So kellydavieshomes.com if you want to stalk her. Can we say that?
Yes.
Please stalk me.
Yeah, because they guarantee some crazy things. Yeah. Sell your house in 15 days or they don't pay you.
90.
You can't just. Did you just?
I'm so sorry.
90 days. What are you doing? 15 days.
They normally sell houses in 15 days.
That's true.
90 days.
I don't even know where 15 said. She said the average is 3 right now.
I got all these notes from Katie, and it says 15.
15 is
Damn it,
fine.
Katie!
Anything under 90.
Well, we just lost this Kelly Davies Homes. She's done doing live reads with us.
She takes the coffee that she bought us.
She does.
She goes, dumps it in the trash. You guys don't deserve it.
Kelly Davies, that's DAVIES homes.com.
Got it.
Thank you for coming in, and thank you for the coffee. We appreciate it.
Thanks for hanging out with me.
More Jake and Tanner show next. That's how funny that is.
We're late all the time. That when we're actually on time, it's we're so early.
It's Jake and Tanner show. Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake.
Tanner, the other host of the show. So let me just go back through what just happened with the Kelly Davies interview. Kelly Davies is a real estate agent, and you can always, if you're wanting to sell your home, KellyDaviesHomes.com. She came in because we said, "Come on in, hang out for a minute," and because she decided to do some live reads with us and work with the show, and we're really excited to have her here.
Yeah.
First things first, I call her Kelly Davis.
Yep, both of us did.
And then another thing, I am reading some of these. I completely marbled. I said, she'll sell your home in 15 days. I said that very confidently.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, no, 90. But which is a great, I mean, to be able to guarantee to sell your home in 90 days or you don't pay.
Or you don't pay for it. So her commission goes from whatever it is to 0.
That's amazing. But when I happen to say 15, then 90 seems like a long.
Yeah, you really definitely changed it.
Because sorry, Kelly Davies.
It was, because what it said, what you were referencing was a statistic that said their average from on sale to accepted offer is 15 days. That's on average.
I was getting confused.
Some are later. But yeah, you really ruined everything.
So
she cancels her reads on the car ride home. The only reason that she didn't cancel them right now is because our salesperson is in Mexico trying to get home.
So hopefully, I think when you want to do some live reads with us, I think you understand who we are. And somebody even on the text line said, man, Kelly Davies is going to fit in perfectly. It sounded like she gets who you guys are.
Yes, she does. So that's good. We need that or we're screwed.
I found who's the guy in Shinedown? The main singer.
Brent.
Eldridge?
No. It's Brent
Sipes?
Something. I'll tell you while you're talking. I'll interrupt you.
Because does this guy have the best voice on the planet?
I believe that he has one of the best voices on the planet and some of the best lyric writing on the planet.
This is
Brent Smith.
Brent Smith. Boy, I could have guessed that.
It's the most common name in the world. We could have guessed. Like literally just made it up and been right.
So somebody grabbed their phone and I don't know where this is. This says Shinedown stopped by the house in 2006 for an acoustic performance.
He's just stopped by that guy's house, I guess.
So he grabbed his phone and started recording this, and it's him just singing Simple Man. And I want to hear this because his voice is incredible.
It's the one cover that I said is better than the original. This is a million times better than Leonard Skinner's. Leonard and the Skinners.
Well, Mama told me when I was young, said sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah,
Have you seen these guys in concert?
Yes.
You have?
I've seen them twice, maybe 3 times.
When I started liking Shinedown was that 45 song.
Yeah, that song's beautiful. I saw Fat Brent, though.
See, didn't the original singer of Shinedown die? Or
no, this is the original singer.
Oh, that is.
But for some reason he was fatter, and he lost 70 pounds on Insanity. I loved him so much when he was Fat Brent. I don't like Ripped Brent.
That's why I thought it was so much the two different singers.
Okay. He lost basically a 4th grader, is what he did.
Don't forget that there is someone up above, and this simple kind of man.
I think it's,
and it's something you love and understand.
it's hard to find singers that can do that sound just like the album on stage live.
Rich man's gold. Like, a lot of people don't write their own songs, but they do, and he writes his lyrics, and he has some of the best lyrics in music. Not just rock music or any, like, he's brilliant.
If you try, it's all that I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied and be simple kind of man, and be something you love and understand.
Yeah, I was sad when I went and saw him because they didn't sing this song live.
They did?
I didn't get this song with them.
Oh, man. Did you get 45?
I got 45.
Man, 45 is such a good song.
I saw him there's a place in Green Bay called the Riverside Ballroom. So there was only like tops 500 people at this concert, and it was amazing.
I like this. Morning, Jake and Tanner. If you have time, call me, please.
Why?
I don't know. Let's call.
Okay, yeah, go for it. You've got time, call me. Oh, no, it's Kelly canceling!
I hope not. You just got a text that said, "Morning, Jake and Tanner. If you have time, call me, please." So we're going to call. Who do you think it is?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a long-lost relative. They want money. They were going to give us money. That's better.
We can...
Hello?
Oh, Jake and Tanner, good morning.
Hi, you're on the radio with us, okay?
Yep.
What's up? Who's this?
This is Landon. I am the winner from the Cancun trip from JTX.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
What's up, Landon?
Yeah, why do we need to call you?
Because I'm just going to be making sure that you guys know that we have our shirts and we'll be taking pictures at the airport and everything else when we're getting ready to fly.
Oh, like right now?
Well, we're just dropping off kids and stuff and making sure they're all taken care of, and then we're going to Chicago and flying out in the morning.
Oh, I thought you were someone going to give us money.
Yeah. Hey, with all that money you saved on that trip, you could probably float us like 10 or 15 bucks.
Right, you buy us lunch. Jeez. That's all we ask. No, we're excited.
Maybe I'll stop by the studio and give you guys decent lunch.
Just money out of your wallet. That is the only way that you're allowed in the building.
Landon was one of the guys at Jake and Tanner Experience, and we Chris Terry was there giving away trips.
Did he play head to head? Is that how he won?
No, I thought we just pulled his name.
Yeah, they just pulled my name out of the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Because the guy who won head to head, he got 5 extra entries. So you really beat the odds.
Yeah. So cool. Well, how long are you gone for? I can't remember how many days we bought.
We're leaving tomorrow morning and we're coming back Tuesday afternoon.
Are you a little sad to leave the kids, but in like you're jumping up and down for joy because it's going to be such a great break?
It's going to be so amazing.
Yes and no. It hasn't technically really hit me yet because I've never been on a commercial jet and I've never been out of the country.
You've never flown before?
I've been in personal aircraft when I was younger, but nothing the size of a commercial jet.
Oh, you're going to be so excited. Yeah, you won't. You're going to be excited.
If you went in little planes, like that's flying. Like being in a commercial jet that's basically just a throw. They just throw you through the sky. You don't even notice it.
Hey, well, give us a call and let us know when you get back. Or give us a call when you're in Mexico.
Man, he can't afford to,
you're probably right.
Call us
while
you're in Mexico.
All right, later, man. Safe travels.
Thanks, guys. Yep.
That's when I'm really excited about going to Mexico in like 5 weeks. I'm a little sad leaving the kids, but really excited just for 4 days.
Yeah,
to go.
I got to figure out how to get an international SIM card so I can call them. You can't just use your phone. Do you know how much data is going to cost you there? Like even if you have unlimited data, it's not international.
Man, I hate this phone. Just when I think I have this, because I thought I would just get on Wi-Fi there.
Oh, you might get on Wi-Fi.
Oh, then why can't I just do that?
Yeah, they'll have Wi-Fi. You can do Wi-Fi calling and stuff, but
Oh, well, let's just do that. What's your problem? Who are you getting a hold of? Who do you need to talk to?
My mother and father-in-law, they don't have a smartphone. They can't do Wi-Fi calling.
Wait, is your kid hanging out with them in their house?
They're going to stay at my house because I got the dog. So they're just going to stay at my house for a week.
Are you taking you're taking your computer?
Yeah, because we got to run the show off of it while we're there.
You just don't want in-laws finding what you do on that computer.
Literally, I charged this computer up on the 21st when we left for vacation, and I didn't charge it at all. And every time I opened up my computer, I opened it up 3 times over vacation, and it still had battery life. That's how little I used my computer. If I don't go to work, I don't use this $2,000 machine.
Have you seen what's becoming a thing now? Women's
ankle bracelets,
women's flesh-colored leggings.
I've seen flesh-colored leggings before.
Text TV to 71090, and you're going to be able to see what we're talking about here. And I want you to scroll down just a little bit so you can see what they look like. Wait. I want you to wait. Don't go to that one. Don't go to that one. Go to the one I sent you, your Gmail. Because I want you to scroll down with me really quick, and we can do this together because we got a few minutes. So text TV to 71090.
71090.
To see what we're looking at. This is a new thing. And it definitely causes this weird, awkward illusion.
It does.
And it looks pretty explicit, but remember, they're leggings. Okay, scroll down just a tad.
But what's going to happen with all leggings? Somebody's going to wear them who shouldn't. Like a guy like me is going to wear flesh-colored leggings.
Well, you'll see. So there's this one. So really quick, there's that one. I mean, it definitely looks like...
Even though that's a nice butt, it's like, it's really it's unsettling to look at.
But now let's scroll down to look at the one that you were talking... Why? Why? Just like, why would you... Because you know that's...
Like, you
know that you're leaving the house.
Looking...
Like that. I mean, like, you...
If there was you know why she did this?
Yeah.
Because whoever she skinned and put on had an ankle tattoo. Those are just skin. Oh, would you look at the blue shopping cart? Wonder where that is.
She's, what's she getting there? Is that Tums or something? What is that? She's shopping for something there.
That's just chicken broth, so she's obviously making a punch. Making some sort of drink.
You said punch. You're such a jerk.
Just saying. You know, like when they drop ice cream in punch?
Yeah.
She's going to do that with that bottle of ketchup that she also has in there.
Yeah, all right.
Like, if I'm not all on fat shaming, because I am fat, so I'm somewhat allowed to do it, but you got to know that this is not okay. You're asking for it at this point. You're asking to be made fun of. If I was walking around in a flippin' chicken costume, there's no way that I would be allowed to say, hey, don't make fun of my chicken costume the way I decide to live my life. You're wearing skin-colored leggings that show everything.
You said punch. Oh, this is what happy people feel like. Oh, my heart's smiling so much right now.
You got to text, people are saying, well, how can I find these? You got to text TV to 71090.
We'll leave it up.
Watching it.
We'll
leave it up
for a few minutes. We'll leave it up on the screen for a few minutes.
And everything.
Text TV to 71090. All right, more music intensive. Guess what? Friday's tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. That's a big thing. Other than that, Lo, if you want to relive anything that we talked about today, which I don't know why you would, but you can, along texting TV to see these flesh-colored leggings, you can also text JT to 71090, the same place. Yeah, and get the full podcast. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning.